going on, everybody? Y'all come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Y'all, how y'all doing? What's going on? We almost there, y'all. It's almost Friday. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on, Juju? How you doing, honey? Ooh, you guys are ready. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hit that like button as you come in. Y'all hit that like button as you come in. I appreciate all the support. I've gotten so many emails from you all. It's not even funny. So, I mean, a lot. Okay, so, we're going to, because Joshua Carr did a new video. Ben Shapiro spoke on Candace over there doing a media tour. We all knew she was doing that, but it's the fact that she's doing it. It's ridiculous. Let's see here. Ami has a new video, and Chicks on the Right covered the what's the boy name? Child Goober. What's his name? The Project Constitution Cheeto boy. Yeah, whatever. They covered him in a video on this so-called fake interview, whatever he did. Boy, that thing had me laughing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the rest of it with you all. It was like, dude, this is obviously fake. It's as if he can't just come up with any other content. Why don't you just do some cartoons where you're adoring your cult leader? You can't make this up. So we got that. Ami did a new video, and he emailed me. I got to email him back. He enjoyed his time here. We enjoyed him. You guys see that there is a new thumbnail up. We still have other thumbnails. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. We have new thumbnails. And y'all, God is still good. Oh, child. So, here's what we are. Let's see here. We have some, you guys tagged me on quite a few over there on X. Let's see. Oh, Laura Loomer. Oh, Laura Loomer. I wish she would just do another Loomer video. Come on, Laura Loomer. Let's do another Loomer video. I've been asking y'all. I've been literally tweeting at Laura Loomer on X saying, we can go do another Laura Loomer video. Can't you just Loomer her? We all, have something to enjoy. So we got quite a few things to go over. Y'all, we gonna hang out tonight. Y'all good? Y'all hit the 4. You ready to hang out tonight? I cannot believe this Heffa is over here trying to interview Putin. And then wants to come back to the U.S. Once again, Candace, why don't you just stay your little funky ass over there? Why don't you just stay over there in Russia? You know they got you bugged. You and George. All his fishing pole equipment. Catching the mermaids are not easy. You can imagine like what that fishing pole line looks like. It's got to be bit and broken. He's like, oh, I couldn't catch 2 mermaids for today. I will try again tomorrow. I'll wait till the kids go to bed. I'm going fishing again. George, it's 9 p.m. I don't care. He out there on the lake. It's dark as hell. You can't see that. Trying to catch him a merman after the kids go to bed. Hey, oh, y'all, he looks so pathetic over here in this video. Oh, my God. It's crazy. So we got quite a few things to check out over here. Thank y'all so much for tagging me in this stuff, too. This is awesome. Shout out to you, Mindy. I appreciate all of you all. Y'all, this Project Constitution is so stupid. Ugh. Cold-blooded Christian. Oh, people going in on this Project Constitution. Rightfully so. All right, y'all, let's get going. Let's get going. First thing first, I wanted to play. Did we ever watch Jay Witt's apology, his video regarding? Y'all know he trying to get his wife fired. That's my brother in Christ, you all. I did reach out to him, ask him if there were any updates. I know there was a probe
Grayson,
that they're wanting to do, and um, it's ridiculous. It's like, leave this woman alone. Let her have a job. Let her get her funding to open up schools and stuff. That's what she's supposed to do, right? She's a superintendent. The audacity. When we finally get somebody in a position that wants to do something related to their job, that's the one person they want to fire and probe. So she's a superintendent that wants to open up learning centers, and they're mad at that. Like, how dare you actually try to fulfill your duties? You can't make this stop. So I do believe there's an email you guys can check out. I gotta go through this information. I'm sorry, Deacon. You can send me the stuff again. But if you can, make sure you go check out the City of Decatur Schools website, where you can. I do believe there's a protest that can be signed. Where's my email on that? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask him to send me, like, or if you guys know the link, can you all post up in the chat ways to support his wife with this probe and everything? And I told him we will definitely showcase any videos, anything because they having these secret squirrel meetings and stuff behind closed doors. So, anything that it is televised, that we can broadcast, we will do it, because, Jay Witt's my brother. He's my Morehouse brother, my brother in Christ, a great mentor and a great friend. And he has a heart of gold. So I wanted to check this out. Let's see here. I wanted to check this out so we can make sure, we show our love and support for Jay Witt, okay? I don't believe I've played this. I have watched it, but I don't know if I've shown this to you all. But you all let me know, okay? Let me know. But yeah, them walking around wearing t-shirts talking about pro-ho child. But his wife wants to open a learning center, and they're like, no, how dare you? You want to teach kids. You want them to actually learn? Isn't that the job? God. So yeah, hit the floor. We're going to kick this off, and then we'll get to some comments and everything. And I'll greet everybody while I email him right quick. But hit the floor where you can see in here. Let's get to it. Take it away, Deacon.
Peace, everybody. This is Jason from the Jay Witt Podcast. The views expressed here on this channel, on this platform, they're mine. They are my views and my views alone. They're not my wife's views. They're not my family's views. And sometimes they're not even my guests' views. They're my views, and I take ownership of those views. Here on this channel, we give social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective. Having and taking ownership of your ideas is exactly what this channel is about. Being able to share and discuss and critique and push back and forth on ideas is what this channel is all about. And that's what we do here. Now, in the process of having civil discord and being able to have those conversations, sometimes people are hurt by things that I say. And that's never been my intention. So if you were hurt by anything I said, or anything I said to you was hurtful, or anything I said was hurtful, I do apologize for that, because that's definitely not my intention. My goal, my plan is for us to be able to have civil discourse, be able to talk back and forth and have great ideas shared, and great ideas continue to be moved. That's why here on this channel, we give social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective. My desire, my goal is to help push back on ideas and help us build a more robust worldview as we continue to challenge and critique one another. So I'm looking forward to keep making excellent content. I thank you so much for tapping in. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.
Shout out to Deacon. Shout out to Jay Witt, y'all. We got, oh man, I hate that his wife is going through that, but we're here to support him, and we're here to, show some love. I mean, his wife is actually trying to do something good, and it sucks that she's being subjected to that. I just, like I said before when we covered that, the news reporting on that, I just don't see how you can punish a spouse. And I think April, we was watching April Chapman's video. I don't see how you can punish a spouse for their spouse's comments on a podcast. When she wasn't in the video, she wasn't representing the school. He wasn't representing the school system. It's his own independent thoughts and opinions. And to which, everyone will never agree with. And it's okay. If we disagree, we disagree. Social media, and I think sometimes this gets lost in translation. Social media is still a place to socialize, where you meet people. Sometimes bots and cult members or whatever else. But it's a place where you come and gather and socialize. You're just doing it virtually. Should we be responsible? Yes, we should. But does that mean that people should not express their opinions and views? No. You don't have to agree with it. And one thing that Jay Wood has taught me is that here in the Lady Luck Club, we're in the YouTube mansions. And I'm going to be very clear on this. We're in the YouTube mansions. We do not go to the YouTube gutter. If I am pulling myself in this platform out of some buffoonery, I expect it to be left out. Don't even chat about it. Because no one should be getting that much time, attention, energy. And I don't care who hears this. And if God tells me to leave it alone and drop it, I'm going to do just that. How dare I disobey God listening to a mere mortal? I can't do it. So over here, we keeping our foot on Candace's neck. Not sitting here and catering into strife, division, and buffoonery. Not entertaining the YouTube trolls and the gutter trash. We're not doing it. And no, I don't expect everybody to like my phrasing, my wording, or none of that. They have the right to disagree. I have the right to not read the garbage. So the name dropping of all that crap going on, please leave the Lady Luck Club out of it. And if I'm letting God handle it, I'm going to let God handle it. Does that make sense? If you guys like it and you want to move on, and we're going to keep our foot on Candace's neck, continue to tune in. If you want to entertain the buffoonery, go to the channels that are talking about it, but we're not doing that here in the Lady Luck Club. YouTube mansions, welcome to it. Everybody say amen and hit the phone. Ciao. Hit the phone. Y'all ready to get to this? So you guys asked me to check out Candace at these TED Talks. God. Let me ask this. How irritating is this going to be? Like, is the English broken? We all know she can't define words to say bureau or beret. How bad is this TED Talk? Y'all see it up in here in the playlist. Y'all asked me to check this out. I think it would be a good way to just laugh like crazy. And then we have a couple other videos. You know what? I wanted to talk about Candace in Russia. Let's get to Ben Shapiro first. We'll start here. Because he went in. We're not going to check out the whole video, but the beginning part of it is where he talks about her being over here doing her media tour. And if you guys had not seen my previous live streams, Candace said 6 months ago she would rather be Russian. And I captured it. I did like a 13, 14-minute video of her saying that in one of her previous earlier shows, where she said she would rather be Russian because Kash Patel and blah, blah, blah. That's not a reason to want to deflect to Russia, but whatever. I say they can have her. And she can stay over there for all we care. I mean, personally, I don't care if she ever come back. But the damage that she can cause over there.
The birth rate is 1.37 children.
Sorry. And of course, her bad mouth in the U.S., making it seem as if we're supposed to get... We're not allies to Russia. Don't we have sanctions on them right now? Like, we don't owe them anything. It's so crazy how you get this clown over there talking about hopefully I could go back and I can share this on my platform. Girl, you can talk until you're blue in the face, and George catches all the mermaids over there in Russia on his fishing trips with the boys club. We don't owe Russia anything as a country. What in the entire hell is she thinking when she thinks? So you can come back and talk to you blue in the face. All that you will have supporting you, Candace, are your bots and your cult members. We don't owe them shit. Chabu. We are the United States of America. And we stand as a sovereign nation. And we don't owe any other country nicety if they're hostile towards us. If they wish our downfall, why do we need to be nice to them? Chabu. Tell them to keep up. Can't make this stuff up. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Interviews were awful. Candace can't even speak Russian. Ciao. How you doing, Jackie? Shout out to my mom, Juju. I see you up in here. Susie, met Mama Sage. How y'all doing? Lone Slinger up in here. How you doing, Lone Slinger? How's it going? Miss, I see some new people up in here. She's a deep state Manchurian candidate. Yes, she is. Golly, let go and let God. You ain't never said it better. Saint Sinner, how you doing, honey? Child, that's exactly what it is. Jay Wood told me that last. He said, listen, you keep on entertaining YouTube trolls, and then they say so, you get mad about it. Don't keep calling me about it. Y'all, when I say he's so direct and straightforward with me. I love Deacon. That's the truth of the matter. Don't keep calling me with this nonsense and this crap. You sitting here feeding the trolls. Stop feeding the trolls. Let them say your name. They're giving you more views. If God said leave it alone, we leave it alone. Amen. And people don't like it. It is what it is. I don't know what it is. Oh, X-Files, how you doing, honey? Jim up in here, I let it go and let it go. That's what we talking about. Amen. No reply. Bella love. Let it be. Let it be. Oh, honey. Thank you, honey. We bless God up in here. Bless God for this platform. Juju, Tina, all my moms. Francisca, how you doing? You all right? Mindy up in here. Y'all pray for Jay Witt and his family. We love him. That's my brother. And he need to investigate these two. I know. Right? Y'all, George he's still in the Bullying Don Club. I mean, can't we really take that idiot seriously here? He stands behind the camera and lets all of this happen. He's over there with her, encouraging her to do this media tour with the photo ops and all of that while he goes fishing after he puts the kids to bed. This coming from Candace's mouth, George. She's the one that said you go over there all the time to go fishing. I don't know how you don't think they're not watching your ass. You can't go over there with all that nonsense, honey. You can't go over there playing those games like you do in the Bullying Don Club. Go over there and smash up them Russian restaurants if you want to. They're going to whoop your behind in the streets. I don't know why George Farmer think he gangsta boo. Candace thinks she's a thug and grew up in the ghetto, and George thinks he's gangsta boo in the Bullying Don Club. All they do is get drunk and smash and destroy property. Go over there and do that in Russia, George. I dare you. You and Andrew Tate. I dare both of you to get sloppy drunk and destroy a restaurant in Russia. And make sure you live stream it because I want to see it. Because I already know what's going to happen to them if they do that. Boy, them Russian intel's going to beat the crap out of their behind. Probably dart them with something in their neck. You can't make this up. He can't pull those stunts over there. Candace talking about he go fishing over there all the time. No, he doesn't. But he come over here to the U.S. and catch a DUI and becomes a hazard to our streets, to our U.S. citizens. Why? And she want to be mad because somebody said deport his ass. No, we want him gone. If he doesn't pull that stuff over there in Russia, why are you pulling these stunts over here in the U.S.? George Farmer. George, come out of the closet, George. Why do you think it's okay to smash restaurants in the U.S., but you won't pull that stunt in Russia? I dare you. I dare you. Well, we got to toughen it up. Can't make this stuff up. This is something else. Oh, man. I appreciate all of you all tuning in. Hopefully, I'm not missing anybody. If I am so sorry. We got a lot of people up in here. Y'all good? Y'all hit that like button. 67 people watching. Green hearts in the chat. Let's get to this here. Shout out to Ben Shapiro for continuously calling Candace out, because somebody got to do it. Aside from myself, Candace, you can kick rocks. You understand me? I wish you would just stay your ass over there. You know they're bugging you. Literally, like they have you bugged. They have your hotel room wired. You know that. And you're not that smart. Just stay over there, girl. All right, let's get to it. Hit the phone where you can hear Ben Shapiro. Let's go.
Historically, Russia was very, very good at what we call PSYOPs, psychological operations designed to undermine the United States. They are still good at it.
Candace
The op is happening. It's live, right in front of you. Candace Owens, Andrew Tate, other woke right influencers have now landed in Moscow. And they're basically Jane Fonda on the Viet Cong anti-aircraft guns during the Vietnam War. They're propagandists for our enemies. You are not going to believe the footage from Moscow. And if you somehow believe that these people are just good-hearted folks who are invested in Christianity and the West and traditional conservative values in Russia, I hate to break it to you, but you are the sucker. If your head is attached to your shoulders, the op has never been more obvious. We're going to debunk all the lies one by one. We'll also get into more commie Mamdani craziness in New York City, whether or not sports are fascist. Plus, we're joined by the Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, and the Daily Wire's own investigative reporter, Luke Rosiak, in just a few moments. This is The Ben Shapiro Show. Intelligence and counterintelligence.
Wait a minute. What was that intro? Oh, no, that music might be copyrighted. Hold on. Oh, Ben, we might not be able to play these videos like you can, bro. Yeah, I think that might be copyrighted. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Is that Candace Owens' music? Is that her music? Folks, the dictator who currently runs Russia, Vladimir Putin, he was literally a member of the KGB. His task, intelligence and counterintelligence. He worked under a man named Yuri Andropov, who was leading the KGB at the time. Later, Andropov became, the premier of the Soviet Union, like the dictator of the Soviet Union. And here's what Andropov said about PSYOPs directed at Soviet enemies. Quote, disinformation is like cocaine. Sniff once or twice. It may not change your life. If you use it every day, though, it will make you an addict, a different man. Well, it seems like a lot of people in the West are now all coked up. So, as mentioned, Candace Owens is in Russia talking about the Romanovs murdered by communists, but according to Candace, Satanists.
Exactly.
She's sitting on Russian propaganda panels. She is praising what she describes as Russia's approach to family. Spoiler alert, statistically, the Russian approach to family is to not get married and never have children, and also suggesting that Russian history is a beautiful melange of philo-Semitism. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene doing the same sort of stuff, signaling her support for Candace's big Russian adventure. And Buckley Carlson, a.k.a. Tucker Carlson, minus the skincare regimen, openly saying that Russia's leader looks out for his people's interests, and he wishes we had that here. Tucker, of course, says exactly the same thing. None of them are just making critiques of America. They're all saying that Russia is somehow better, that Russia's leadership is somehow better, and that's the tell. Because there's a big difference between saying countries act in their own national interest, duh, or America has problems, duh. There's a difference between...
Candace is literally saying there's a huge downfall to our nation. Like she wasn't born in it. She doesn't like our rule of law. She doesn't like our court systems, our judicial system, our executive or legislative branch of governments. Like Candace doesn't care about anything going on in the U.S. except U.S. dollars. As long as U.S. dollars keep flowing to her, she could care less. Let that money stop flowing her way. And then we see what happens. I say pay her in Mexican pesos. That'll be the ultimate gag. Or shekels. Yep. Give her shekels. Candace, I don't care if you get paid in goat meat. Just kick rocks.
Saying that, and I wish our country were run more like Vladimir Putin's Russia. Those are not the same argument.
Oh, I haven't.
One of those is rooted in some form of realism. The other is just crazed fan fiction conspiracy nonsense. And that is what this has become.
Exactly.
All of this. Geopolitical fan fiction for people who think America sucks so much that countries like Russia not only ought to be a model for us, but ought to have more global power. This is all part of what we called last week a demoralization op. As we discussed last week, demoralization is the effort to destroy basic moral principles and dogmas and replace them with divisive fringe ideologies. It is step one in trying to collapse your enemies. And that is what is happening here. Enemies of America are using every resource at their disposal to do it. And good news for them, there's lots of resources, an entire online repository of complete dunderheaded morons and conspiratorial America haters to do their dirty work for them. And lots of people online to click into the echo chamber. The exact same people who built their brands around don't trust the regime and don't trust the media and don't trust the propaganda are suddenly very much in favor of trusting the regime when it's Russia, the media when it's Russia Today, and the propaganda when they are controlled by the Russian government. And tell them America is decadent and the West is collapsing and Putin is strong and Russia protects tradition. And suddenly they are on board all the way. They're not investigating or questioning. This is not skepticism, folks. This is not skepticism. This is credulity. This is absolute credulous stupidity. And they're nodding along either because they are bought and paid for or because the message actually flatters their priors. And their priors are obvious. America sucks. America's in decline. America, in fact, is evil. The case is that we took the wrong side during World War II. We were vicious during the Cold War. We were the bad guys. In the modern era, we're the greatest spoilers of innocent Muslims in the Middle East. And in the end, the result is all the same. The only way to fix all of this, to unburden the brutalized, demonized American soul, is to give more power to America's enemies. We need, wait for it, multipolarity. That's how the op works. The goal is to convince you that America is irredeemably crappy morally, and that the people we've always seen as our geopolitical opponents are actually not that bad. Russia is not that bad. In fact, in many ways, they're better than we are. Iran is not that bad. They don't bother us. Maybe they could be our friends. China is not that bad. That's the op. And it's working on a large number of people who spend too much time online watching Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens or Sean Ryan or Andrew Tate or Megyn Kelly or any of the increasingly anti-American grifters and click whores willing to crap on America either because they believe it or for fame and money. So again, all of this is coming up because Candace Owens went to Russia to just do propaganda work on behalf of the Russian regime. She wasn't in St. Petersburg because she wanted to see the churches or anything like that. She was there because she was attending and speaking at the St. Petersburg International.
Yeah, I know. Look, Candace, the thing with Candace and churches and her keep talking about, she thinks Catholicism is the only form of Christianity. Like she dogs out any other religious sect in Christianity. If you're, Protestant or Luther or Baptist, no, she doesn't care about that. This is how backwards her mindset is. When has Candace ever actually read the Bible in a show, in a video, or said a real genuine prayer? I mean, a true genuine prayer, her own words to God. And pray for someone else, not herself. I keep telling y'all, you put a Bible in her hand, she might melt.
Economic Forum, alongside Vladimir Putin, and Alexander Dugin, and other members of the Russian government and the intel community. And again, Ryan Morrow has reported that the St. Petersburg Forum is a known hub for Russian intel, and that its panels serve as recruitment pipelines for foreign collaborators, and top goals include, quote, state-directed soft power programs. It's a hotspot for Russian intelligence. That is what it is. And so again, we have seen a wide variety of these woke right influencers who now are pretty much openly allied with the left, going over to Russia and paying tribute to it, from Tucker Carlson sniffing the bread and marveling at the shopping carts. Because again, he is a silver spoon. There's a word here that is inappropriate for public use. He is as silver spoon as it's possible to get. That dude has never been in an Aldi's, and so he's astonished by basic movements of shopping carts. But don't worry, he's a man of the people because he wears flannel up in his multi-million-dollar mansion in Maine. Anyway, they head on over to Russia, and they talk about how great Russia is. A few facts about Russia. Russia has one of the worst abortion rates on planet Earth, 45 per 1,000 women.
Wow.
Its church attendance rate among the Russians who identify as Orthodox is somewhere between 6 and 14%.
6 and 14%. Candace, you going over there to look at churches where only 6 to 14% of those who claim to be Orthodox attend? That's if they attend. He's just giving the percentages of what they identify as. 6 to 14%? What's the population of Russia? Candace, you girl. Boy, this is something else. You can't make this stuff up. But she want to go see their churches. Candace, you dumb demon. You don't go sit your behind down somewhere. Is she just over there making hell hot? Betty Freddy said, what's she doing over there? Being a traitor, as usual. Can't make this up. She act like she hates living in the U.S. And we're like, okay, you want to go to Russia? Stay your ass over there. And then she want to get mad at that. There's no pleasing her. Candace, we don't want you back. You can stay over there. God.
If you look at the total population of Russia, it's actually significantly lower.
Wow.
2 to 8%. They're
2 to 8%. Candace, you never needed to lie about going there to see churches. You already said 6 months ago that you would rather be Russian because you don't like Kosh Patel. I knew then you were telling us in so many ways that you're going to Russia. You couldn't even just grow a spine and be bold enough to just come out and say it 6 months ago while you were dogging out your own country, talking about you would rather be Russian. What we think? I'm so glad I snipped that video. It's on the playlist, on the Candace playlist. We played it a couple times. It's like a 13, 14-minute video. It says Candace Owens would rather be Russian. That's the name of that video where I snipped it, where she recorded herself saying she would rather be Russian than American. The title is exactly what she said in the video. She was not joking. And then she wants to come back over here and think we're supposed to be convinced that they're a good country as if they're an ally when they're not. Because she would rather be Russian. No, you keep that to yourself, Candace. You don't force that on everybody else. Especially a whole country where Russia has been hostile towards for decades. You know, because she doesn't read books or understand the difference between the letter N and the number 9. I don't expect Candace to understand history either. So you tell her about the Cold War, she's really going to be asking, what's the freezing point of water again? How cold was this war? Were people freezing in the snow? That's exactly what Candace will think if you tell her Cold War. If you try to educate her on the Cold War, this dumbass will actually believe that it is a literal war fought in the cold. I want y'all to marinate on that for a minute. This is the person over there in Russia doing a whole media stunt tour with George Farmer, of all people, her lavender husband, who would not know the Cold War if you sat down and told her about it. She would still walk away from that conversation believing that the Cold War was a war where people fought in the cold, like in a deep freeze cold session. Was it 33 degrees or less or what? That's how stupid she is. And somehow 6 million bots are subscribed to her YouTube channel. While she comes back over here to try to be a traitor to the United States of America. Candace, the U.S. does not take kindly to domestic or foreign terrorists or traitors or treason. We don't play that. Why they won't just, oh Lord. Of all the things she said, including stalking somebody, you know, that's enough to get an FBI investigation going. Why are we sitting here stalling with Candace again to the FBI?
Total fertility rate is 1.4. The birth rate is 1.37 children per woman. That is way below replacement rate. They're going to have their population. The fastest growing religion in Russia is Islam, 14 to 20% of the population, with far higher observance and fertility rates than Christians in Russia. Their drug, alcohol, and STD rates remain the highest in the world outside of sub-Saharan Africa.
Oh, God.
Russia has a massive suicide rate, 2.3 times higher than the world average.
You can't make this up.
Their life expectancy is lower than the rest of the West.
Oh my God.
And this is the model. These are the people that you should be seeing as a model for the West, the people who have got it right. Okay, so Candace, of course, she was only there because her husband wanted to fish in Russia. She wasn't there to do propaganda. She just randomly ended up on a propaganda panel for the Putin regime. She was there explaining at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum that Russia and the United States are basically the same. Did you know that? Did you know that they're basically the same?
Oh, Candace, this is
I mean, I didn't know that because it isn't true. But according to Candace, it's true. Also, she really likes the architecture.
My main conclusion would be that we are grappling with the same issues, West and East, and I think something that...
What are those issues, Candace? Because you don't know the difference between globalism and nationalism. So you're going to have to be specific in citing the differences or the similarities with some sort of historical context. And I want evidence. I want you to cite a damn book, not some website link. No, I want you to cite a book where you're getting facts to explain the similarities between the East and West, and name some countries in the East and West, not just continents, because Africa is a continent, you dumbass girl. We're letting an idiot that lies about having 2 degrees sit here and actually influence people in the United States of America that Russia likes us somehow and that they're better than us. As if we don't have our own sovereignty in this nation. The hell you mean, girl? Why is she here on Earth? Like, Candace, aren't you like tired of just invading our planet at this point? Is there no ET phone home for you? Can you ask Putin to give you a spaceship so you can go back to your home planet? The Ewoks are waiting. Candace, get the hell off of our planet. Get off our planet.
That we hit upon today was just the media messaging and constantly trying to make this division between what's going on in Russia, what's going on in America.
That can be, Candace, that can be said about any country. You understand how stupid this is? This is a stupid conversation you having and a moot point you're trying to make. We have many countries we are not friendly with. We're not allies with. You're not going to all the countries around the world that the United States of America are not considered allies with, trying to sit here and forge some alliance. Why are you going out your way to do this for Russia again? They want our nuclear launch codes. The hell are you talking about?
That there are no similarities. My entire trip has revealed to me just how similar we are and our motivation both as a...
Candace, how? Other than human beings walking on dirt. You know, I see all of you as the same. On my home planet, we come in liquid bubbles and thetans. You know, because Scientology and blah, blah, blah. John Mappin is also an alien. What the hell? Yeah, that's about the most similarity she could probably deduce between the United States and Russia. Well, it's still human beings made of flesh and bone, and they bleed red blood as well. And they're walking on Earth. That's it. What? Why do you think we need to forge anything with them and not any other country that we're not allies with? Is she going to go to North Korea next? What's the next stop? Candace, what's the next country you're going to go to try to say, you know, we're just like the U.S. over there, you know? It's okay, North Korea. What is, who is next? This is absolutely unbelievable. Candace, just stay your ass over there. Just stay over there.
Faithful society, putting God first, but family, understanding that family encourages us in a positive way. It has just been a tremendously encouraging trip, and I can't wait to go back onto my podcast and to be able to share that with the American people.
You don't have to come back over here for your podcast, Candace. You can stay your ass over there, set up your laptop. George can put up the backdrop, hold up the lighting. You know, who's over there typing up your scripts? Because everything's pre-scripted and pre-recorded. Y'all can do that over there. You're streaming and pre-recording. You're like premiering a pre-recorded video. It's not live streaming. Why the hell you can't do that over there? No, stay over there. Won't you? Yeah, you and what's that boy named Andrew Tate and George Farmer? Y'all go get a house together. You and the kids, and y'all just go cozy up over there. And y'all stay y'all dumbasses over there. And then you can record a video and premiere it anywhere around the world. You don't have to be physically in the United States of America. Because you're going to try to say that when you have court on June 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not Russia or Utah time. In the Macron lawsuit. So somehow that concept only applies in that lawsuit when you're trying to use it as a dumbass defense. But you think you need to come back over here to do a video. For what? No, you can stay over there and record your video. Who would know the difference? Your dumb bots can't even spell your name correctly. You think they're going to care if you're located physically in the U.S.? They will never know. So you can stay over there. And then you can have your little small team of dumbasses type your script up, record your video, and premiere it as usual. You don't have to be in the United States of America to do that. Girl, stay over there. Why wait? Go ahead and do it while you're over there. Leave us alone. That's all I want. Just leave the United States of America alone.
People as well.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Being crap for
dumb.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice?
Next
Next, we'll talk about the Iraqs.
China.
About the maps.
North Korea.
My goodness. All right, coming up more from Candace Owens' propaganda tour of Russia. And, you know, Candace has gone to sleep on America. But the thing is, you actually do need more sleep because sleep is the beginning of health.
Yeah, that's pretty much his coverage on that. So make sure y'all go check out Bishop Hero and check out the full video clip of that. Child.
Candace Owens.
We got Joshua Carr up next. I was looking forward to this video. I wasn't able to catch he did a premiere on this. But we go check it out. Y'all, shout out to Joshua Carr. Absolutely sweet young man. We've had him here in the Lady Luck Club. And it was an absolute pleasure to have him here. And my internet went out and he was able to still keep things afloat till I got it back going. So make sure you guys go check out Joshua Carr. Thank you so much, Juju. And check out his great content over there. Let's get to this, you all, because, oh man, Candace Owens Russia footage leaks. What she did is worse than what we thought. Candace, you've already said the word 6 months ago. Anytime someone says anything where they would rather be any other, you'd rather be Russian than American. I don't, can it get worse? It probably could, but I just don't even want to say it out loud. I don't want to give her any ideas. Oh my God. Candace, you're the worst.
This has been in Russia all week long, and we finally have some leaked footage out of Russia with her speaking on this panel, being interviewed by Russian press, and it is way worse than we thought. We're going to show you all of it on the show today. So Candace Owens was interviewed by Russia today while in St. Petersburg, and this host, who is also a former American, now he's a traitor, told her that everyone wants her to run for president. Not true, obviously, but Candace came out and said that she would like to endorse Tucker Carlson instead. By the way, I'm going to show you a lot of footage today from her time in Russia. All this footage I will show you is from Russians or Russia state-sponsored media. Take a look.
Let me ask you a very important question, because you may have heard this, you may not have heard this, but there's a buzz out there in America that you would make a great next president of the United States. I apologize for asking, but...
No, you're fine. I always tell my listeners I'd never run for president. I'd only run for dictator, because I'm not dealing with Congress. I'm not dealing with lobbying.
Right.
I'm not dealing with any of this. I'm not dealing with Lindsey Graham calling for another war. I'm just going to be like, here's what we're doing and here's what we're not doing. So I tell them, vote for me if the terms are acceptable, that I will be dictator of the United States, and that is it. But in the short run, I really don't have an interest in running for office, because there is just too much inauthenticity. Also, the great letdown of Trump. I would be interested in strongly getting behind someone like Tucker Carlson, though. I would, and so I would love for him to run, and I would create the dynamic that me and Charlie had and run all over to help him get elected, because
and Tucker was also very fond and friendly with Charlie Kirk.
He was, to see him be one of the lone voices. I would also say Megyn Kelly, who told the truth about Charlie's shifting perspectives toward the end, just only further committed me to and he's also at a great place in his life. His children are older. I would gratefully get behind someone like Tucker Carlson.
When that guy says everyone wants her to run, what he really means is every Russian wants her to run, because then they'd have Ukraine and Russia could reestablish itself on the world stage. That's what they want. Right now, we have a unipolar world, meaning the United States is the only world superpower. 35 years ago, it was a bipolar world where we had Russia, the USSR, and the United States. And they want to return to that. Putin has openly spoken about that, and this is one of the ways they're doing it. They're doing it through propaganda tours with very influential people like Candace Owens. Now, before I show you more, and it does get way worse, I have to say that Candace gives up the whole plot here. She really says the entire Russian plan. Both her and Russian media want Tucker Carlson to run for president. He is their endorsed candidate. That is their...
It's funny how she blamed all of that on Megyn Kelly, talking about he changed his mind at the end. Now, Candace, you said that first. Megyn Kelly don't have a brain, so she just repeated all your dumbass talking points. But you said that. He never changed his mind on Israel. So now you're going to blame all of that on Megyn Kelly? Megyn Kelly, you heard that, you dingus? Candace is over there in Russia blaming it all on you. Saying you said it like you came up with it. Do you understand what that means? Candace can't even stand on her own nonsense and buffoonery she created. She started that BS, and now she's giving all credit to Megyn Kelly. Candace, let me explain something to you. First of all, we will not condone a dictatorship over here. Your ass would never make president because you want to be dictator, not president. We're not in the mood. We have a constitution. We will beat your ass. Secondly, why do you think we would want crackhead Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson? Yeah, he's like crackhead Mickey Mouse. Tucker Carlson, crackhead Mickey. Can we get a crackhead Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson for president? Can we get a photo? Can we get a photo of a crackhead Mickey Mouse Tucker Carlson? Trying to get near the White House, and he's getting tackled by his Secret Service. Candace wants to be dictator of the United States. Hell no. Girl. We will never let that happen. We don't care how you feel about it. No. Your dumb ass is lying about having 2 degrees. We all know you can't read. No. We're not in the mood. She literally wants to be dictator. I mean, of all the words to use, she actually said, I would rather be dictator because I don't want to get any direction from Congress, our legislative branch of government. Well, we have a whole constitution where 3 separate but co-equal branches of power are to coexist together. The executive, legislative, and judicial branches of government are separate but co-equal in power. And this Heffa just said she wants to be dictator of the United States of America. Candace, you understand how much tyranny? Girl, no. We will riot in the streets. Are you out of your mind? Girl, you would have to go back to Russia. You wouldn't be able to stay here talking about I'm going to be dictator of the U.S. The hell you will? This dumb demon really thinks like that. That's the concept. The concept in her mind that if she were to ever think about going into politics, no, I'm not going to be a president that honors the rule of law or anything. No, I just want to be dictator. I just want to control it all. Now, you don't even run your household, Heffa. This Heffa doesn't even run her household. Go figure. Because if she did, you think George would be out here catching DUIs? Somehow you can make that go away in the courts because you think you're above the rule of law, but you want to be dictator? You wouldn't want any insight from Congress? And then you think that somebody that you agree with would make a better president when he would want to be dictator as well? Candace, we're not in the mood. We're going to get laughed at if Tucker Carlson ever became president. They're going to literally look at that crackhead Mickey Mouse. They're like, why he talk so high? His laugh is weird. Candace, hell no. We're not in the mood. No. And I'm apolitical. That's a no for me. That'll be a no. You and Tucker Carlson can have several seats in the hottest parts of hell. That's a hell no. Kick rocks. No thanks. We don't want you anyway. We're trying to get rid of you. Can't you see? These people over here in Russia asking her about being a dictator in the United States of America. And they just giggling at that. They're not thinking like, well, the U.S. is a democracy. So how would you think that you would get the votes? And you're talking about being a dictator. Are you serious? No, we do that here. But I didn't know y'all did that over there in the U.S. Yeah, this Heffa. She just really think that's going to work. No, it's not going to work over here in the United States of America, Candace. We're not playing that BS. Come play with us if you want to with that. I dare you. I dare you think you're going to run and be dictator of U.S. of the United States of America. I dare you. Not your damn mind. You can't make this up, Candace. If you run for dictator, I will run for president. And I'm not even apolitical. I'll be the worst. Oh, man, my campaigns would suck. I just throw my name in the hat just to boot her out there, just to show her we're not in the mood for a dictatorship. You can't make this up. God. Oh, they need to keep her ass over there. You can't make this up. They're going to be so happy. They'll be like, oh, yes, Candace should be dictator of U.S. Oh, no, yes, come on. Let's help make that happen. Nope. Every time one demon rise up, God is going to raise up 16 people to combat it. We're not playing that. This is why we got to keep our foot on Candace's neck. This Heffa really thinks that she could be dictator of the United States of America. Are y'all like, is she out of her mind? She's out of her mind. This alien has lost her mind. She's already crash landed on our planet. Y'all got to get this out, rage a little bit. This alien has crash landed on our planet. Procreated with her lavender husband, got 4 kids out here, dogging out Erica Kirk, stalking this woman, not caring about her 2 kids, then talking about Charlie Kirk. Oh, it'll be just like how it was in the good old days with me and Charlie Kirk. Why she's supposed to be married to George Farmer? Why would you even make that comparison, you dumbass? You want to sit here and relive the days of somebody with somebody else's husband? And think you're going to be dictator of the United States of America? First of all, what makes you think that Charlie Kirk supported Russia or supported the concept that Russia is better than the U.S. or that you should be dictator of anything? You really, that ball probably roll over his grave. No way in the world, Candace, on this planet, on Earth, on our planet, will you be dictator of anything and then try to do it in the name of Charlie Kirk. He supports our Constitution. He supported the First Amendment of our U.S. Constitution. The last thing he would want to know after life, even in death, you sullying his name by saying, yeah, I'm just going to be dictator, and then do it just like how Charlie and I used to tour together for 19 months. Because I worked for him and nothing more. I didn't help build anything, but I was an employee there. I just want people to believe that I was more important than I really was. But can't show one text of how they were still friends 1 year leading up to his death. All her texts are old. And by years old. Not one text in the year 2025 exchanged between her and Charlie Kirk at all. They unfriended each other and unfollowed each other on social media platforms. So of all the days for her to try to relive and reminisce on, now it's the days of her and Charlie Kirk when they were both single. Like he didn't get married and have 2 kids, and she don't have her husband with her. George, are you that bored? I mean, can you not at least tell her, hey, if you're gonna make a comparison and go on tour with any man, don't you think it would be me? He's too busy fishing for mermaids. Okay. Yeah, okay. George Farmer, tell you what, get the hell off our planet. Crash land on our planet. Now this alien wants to be dictator of this country. You out your mind.
Plan. We'll see if he runs. But if he runs, 100% he's going to have the backing of Russia First people like Candace Owens and Russian media themselves. Candace Owens did pull a Tucker Carlson in this interview herself. By the way, she went on and on, just like Tucker did, about how amazing Moscow is and how much better it is than the United States.
But I was in Moscow, and Moscow was positively stunning. It defied, I didn't really have an expectation.
This girl said Moscow. Did y'all hear that? I thought it was Moscow. Don't make me have to look up this word. Candace, how do you say Moscow? Moscow? I want to say it right. Can't make this up. Moscow. 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 There we go. I just want to make sure I repeated it right.
And Moscow was positive.
She said Moscow.
Than the United States.
But I was in Moscow, and Moscow.
Moscow. She's saying Moscow. It's Moscow. Candace, it's Moscow. Moscow. Maskou. That's how it's spelled to pronunciate it. Moscow. This Heffa is saying Moscow. They should be offended at that. Candace, you can't even say the word Moscow. Moscow. Candace, you're butchering Moscow. You're saying Moscow. Oh, you're so stupid, Candace.
Of Russia First people like Candace Owens and Russian media themselves. Candace Owens did pull a Tucker Carlson in this interview herself. By the way, she went on and on, just like Tucker did, about how amazing Moscow is and how much better it is than the United States.
But I was in Moscow, and Moscow was positively stunning. It defied, I didn't really have any expectations, but if I had any, they would have been defied by just how clean, how safe, how beautiful, how historic.
Candace, we don't care when you can't even pronounce the city's name correctly. We don't give a damn. We have beautiful lakes and streets and rivers and parks here too in the United States of America. You said Moscow. Moscow. It's Moscow. Moscow. Candace, you're saying Moscow. And then trying to be all overly elegant. I can't get past
Better
this.
it is than the United States.
But I was in Moscow, and Moscow was positively stunning. It defied, I didn't really have any expectations, but if I had any, they would have been defied by just how clean, how safe, how beautiful, how historic the city is. So I wish I had spent more time, to be honest with you.
Its beauty magnifies.
Candace, are you pregnant? You look bloated. Are you pregnant? You gonna go to court talking about, yeah, honey, I'm having a baby. I can't testify. That is not gonna work. Candace looks pregnant. Why would you want to fly? Who said she was pregnant? One of y'all said she was pregnant. Well, y'all nailed it. Candace, you look pregnant. She looked pregnant. I think she's pregnant. Yeah, Billy. And you know, every time she get pregnant, her nose swell out. So, you know, that's that. And I can't make that up. You can look at photos of her being pregnant. Candace, are you pregnant? And why are you hiding that again? Is that why you're doing all this traveling? You're going to Italy and Moscow. Candace, I could care less that you want to butcher any name in Russia. But wow, they didn't even try to correct her. And they want this idiot to be dictator of the United States of America. Hell no. No. Her and them Russian bots can kiss my ass. No. The devil is a liar. And so is Candace and Russia, Putin, all of them. She wants to be dictator of the United States of America. No. While she's butchering Moscow. She saying Moscow. It's Moscow. Candace is Moscow. God dog it.
The frustration that we as Americans bring in our hearts and in our minds, which we've been programmed to think, isn't it? I mean,
I totally agree with you. Frustration is the right word, because I was experiencing that where I was asking myself, why? Like, why can't we be told?
Candace, why are you having baby number 5? You're trying to repopulate here in the U.S. Why don't you stay over there? You didn't hear how they have low birth rates? You 4 kids and George, boy, that's what? And now another baby look like? You about to have a 5th child. That's 7 new people over there in Russia. Just stay over there. I hope she breaks water and then the baby is forced to be born in Russia. Then she has to get the baby citizenship and all. Baby got to get a visa to come over here. And then that takes 1,000 years, so she never comes back. Yeah, go ahead and break water, girl.
That this is a lovely, beautiful, safe city, especially as a Christian. I think that frustration is magnified because there's so much wonderful Christian heritage in Moscow, and it's beautiful for us to be able to see it.
So here's the thing. I don't know if Moscow is better than LA, for example. It probably is. LA is really bad. But what people like Tucker and Candace love to leave out is the fact that there was...
Candace is in Tennessee, in Nashville, Tennessee. First of all, Candace, I don't care what you see over there and deem beautiful. You should always put your country first. That way, we're not sitting here wondering, are you being a traitor to the United States of America? You can find beautiful buildings in any country for that matter. You're trying to force this crap on us, and we're saying no. This is not about deprogramming or anything. We don't have to like Russia as a country, as a nation, as a people. We don't have to like them. We owe them nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not a damn thing. Not one copper penny. We owe them nothing. So if we don't want to like them, we don't have to. They don't have to like us. But guess what? Being hostile to another country and wanting its downfall will not help you become an alliance of ours, an ally. We don't have to be an ally of a country that's hostile to us. So coming back over here just to make a pre-scripted, pre-recorded video to premiere to your 6 million bots and cult members about why you think we should like Russia as a country will be absolutely futile. We don't owe them that. Keep your opinion to yourself on that one. We don't care what you think, Candace. We don't care. They have beautiful buildings. And so do we. Wow, you really don't give Americans any credit for anything over here. Like, we can't build beautiful buildings and monuments over here. Can't make this up. You got 7 wonders of the world that's in different countries all over the planet. Just because you crash landed in the U.S. doesn't mean there aren't beautiful buildings in other countries on Earth. You dumb alien. Talking about Moscow. Girl. It's like trying to say Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
There's a cost to losing all your freedoms. There's a huge cost. Sure, if you lose all your freedoms, you may have a city like Moscow. You get a clean city, but you've got a surveillance state. That's why it's clean, because everybody knows if they do anything wrong, they will be immediately put in jail for longer than is appropriate. There are no First or Second Amendment rights, and there is a far worse economy than the United States has. But they leave that out. They just talk about how cleanly the city is, while leaving out the reason why that is because there are cameras everywhere.
Like it's not clean.
Before I show you some more footage from her trip, let me show you some leaked documents from Russian journalists. This is pretty shocking. It really, again, gives the plot away for Russia and what they're doing with Candace Owens. It shows what they're trying to do. Again, this comes from Ryan Morrow, who has been fantastic on this. We talked about him earlier, but he tweeted, breaking news. According to this Russian coverage of real Candace Owens remarks, Deputy Speaker of Russia's State Duma, Anna Kuznetsova, the subject of my thread below, quote, offered Owens help in promoting traditional values abroad. It is now confirmed, and you can see the evidence below. These are Telegram messages. I'm about to show you a shocking one from Telegram, by the way.
Lord.
And these are people openly saying they've had contact with Candace Owens in Russia and that they're going to help her spread Russian values in the United States.
No,
for more
no
proof,
thanks.
Here is a telegram, and this is essentially journalists. I say journalists in air quotes, really, because they're just propagandists, but you know, they're known as journalists in Russia. They're speaking to each other on Telegram, and they're getting essentially a notice of who Candace Owens is and what their strategy is with her. And it's pretty bland for most of it. So I'm not going to go through the summary of it because the summary is exactly what we know about her. They say she's openly against cancel culture, the LGBTQ propaganda in schools, things like that. But then,
Candace, you have a cousin that is a member of the LGBTQ community. So Russia finds out, then what? Because you know they will. How you gonna protect your cousin? I'm just curious. I'm curious to know, how do you justify your views on LGBTQ when you have a cousin who did a whole video interview on another podcast's YouTube channel that is gay herself? How do you explain George going fishing with the boys club without you? Like, how do you explain that? Did you not tell them you were in a lavender marriage, Candace? Yeah, no, I'm just married to him for the money and to keep giving him babies so he can definitely pay me child support. Because that's exactly George. She knows she gonna want a lot of child support. If you two get divorced, she gonna want all the child support. 5 kids. Candace, what is this, a boy or girl? How far along are you? That girl could have been pregnant this whole time. And we didn't know it. Oh my God. And just to think, she wasn't barely eating. Can't make this up.
they say, here's the plan. This is what we want to do with Candace. They say, everyone has already discussed Owens' posts about Moscow, about how it's an incredibly beautiful, clean, and orderly city, shockingly far from how the Western media portrays it. But we want to draw attention to Owens' pronounced focus on orthodoxy. Her audience remains impressed by Christian narratives from Russia, a country where churches open rather than close, where the traditional family is not marginalized, where the state doesn't push gender transitions on children, etc. This image of the last bastion of Christian civilization is what attracts normal Western conservatives to Russia. This is the soft power. Again, they keep using this word. This is a scary word. Soft power means you are trying through attraction, through manipulation, rather than force, to get someone to do what you want them to do. They say this is the soft power.
Yeah, all that soft power, and Candace doesn't pay anybody else's bills. That's what's so funny. Candace, you and your dumb coat don't pay my bills. Where's my $7,000? I thought Israel was going to send me some money. The summertime is here, and I want to take my kids to Universal Studios. Where's my $7,000 check? Can't make this up. Candace don't have to pay anybody else's bills. We don't owe her anything. We don't have to believe shit she says. We don't have to believe one word that comes out of her mouth about her bragging about Russia or any other country for that matter. We do have our own sovereignty here in the U.S. Seriously. It is, wow. I never thought in my lifetime I would literally hear and see someone that has a large platform and viewership with bots. A whole lot of bots, 6 million bots, actually put another country before their own, and they do it on national television. She doesn't even hide it. Like she's not apologetic for it. She's very bold with it, and then think that this so-called propaganda is supposed to work on people whose bills you don't pay. Russia don't pay my bills. We don't owe them shit. That's why we don't do dictatorships. That's why We enjoy the democracy, the freedom of speech and expression, the freedom of thought, being able to formulate our own opinion over here in the U.S. One of the things that she can't seem to stand. She wants to be a dictator of this country and said, if I ever thought about being president, I would get rid of the legislative branch of government. No, the hell you won't. You got to override our whole Constitution to do that. You will not succeed. And that's what's so crazy here. She is literally just saying on national television. Yeah, no, I wouldn't give a crap about Congress, our legislative branch of government. I would want to be a dictator, and now you want to, you're like openly saying, I'm going to go back to the U.S. and tell everybody how great the U.S., and Russia is and how we should be like them and not like ourselves. Never mind our Constitution, democratic values we uphold, capitalism, forget all that. Why she sits here and aspires to be a dictator. Girl, Candace, get the hell off of our planet. Blexit your ass off of Earth.
That works where official diplomacy has limited tools. Conversely, conservatives sympathetic to us look at us with bewilderment when instead of promoting our own culture and Christian identity, we push Soviet narratives and multinational issues. So they're openly saying, sure, we have multinational and Soviet narratives, and there's things that we want to do. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the great traditional values of family. By the way, they've got divorce rates higher than the United States, and they love abortion in Russia. So it's all a lie. But even if it were true, the reason why they're doing this with Candace Owens and the reason why they brought her in to talk about the family is they want to prove to her that Russia is better than the United States and have her share it with her audience. John Mappin said the same thing. He came out very openly. He said, Candace Owens, the bridge. They are literally now calling Candace Owens the bridge in Russia. The building and creation of a bridge between Russia and the USA, both physically and literally, was literally a postulated reality and dream of Charlie Kirk and Kirill Dmitriev and other great historical minds. That Candace is following through on Charlie's legacy and intention in St. Petersburg today and creating friendship and that bridge in person is a miracle. I am sure Charlie's looking down and is so proud of his friend. Steps like this bring peace closer to reality. How dare you?
I know, right?
Bring up Charlie Kirk's name this way. Acting like someone who, by the way, cannot speak for himself because a leftist murdered him. Acting like he would have supported a partnership between the USA and Russia. Acting like he would support Candace Owens in being the bridge between the USA and Russia.
Get on him. This is crazy.
It's one thing to lie. It's another thing to lie about what someone believed and they're dead, so they can't actually defend what they believe.
Thank you.
So horrible.
Thank you.
He's given away the whole plot. She is the bridge. That's the whole goal.
Unbelievable.
They're not trying to hide it. The Russians are offering to help Candace, again, spread whatever propaganda she wants to spread. Is she being paid? We don't know. What we know is that Candace wants to do it either way. I am partnering with Susan B. Anthony, Pro-Life America, to bring you a really important bill. That Russia was a bastion.
I don't do the ads, y'all. Hold on.
At the BRICS conference there in Russia. And again, BRICS is an enemy to the United States. BRICS is Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, South Africa, our enemies. And
yeah, all the countries Candace probably is going to hit up next. Brazil. Yeah, I can imagine that. China, definitely South Africa. I can see her going to just do a whole tour before she gives birth. Because she definitely look like she prego. You can't make this up. Candace, I don't know why you want to come back to the U.S. Why do you want to be here? You don't like your own country. You don't like, you mad at Trump and Koch Patel this bad? Since when did that lead to somebody being a traitor? What, the fact that she said this 6 months ago, I got it on video, y'all. You can't make this up. She said she would rather be Russian than American. And then proceeded to dog out the U.S. on U.S. soil. Like she hates it so bad. Okay, well then take your bum ass on somewhere. Get out. Get out of a country. You don't have to live here. Nobody forcing you to live here, Candace. You have enough money to keep your behind over there in the UK with George and his parents. For now, almost 5 kids, child, please. I can stay over there. Then we say stuff like that and she get mad. Now they think I'm being a traitor. You are. You can make this up.
Her message was centered on the fact that Russia was a bastion for morality.
I got you,
this is the whole thing they wanted her to come away with, and that she would be taking back that message to her podcast when she got back to the United States.
Discuss what is most important to me. Family is truly an honor, so thank you so much. We are grappling with the same issues, West and East, and I think something that we hit upon today was just the media messaging and constantly trying to make this division between what's going on in Russia, what's going on in America, that there are no similarities. My entire trip has revealed to me just how similar we are, and our motivation both as a faithful society, not first, but family. It's just been a tremendously encouraging trip, and I can't wait to go back onto my podcast and to be able to share.
Why is she wearing these big ass clothes? Candace, you don't have to come back over here for that. You don't. You can say all that BS over there. Don't come back over here. Your videos are pre-recorded and pre-scripted. Why do you need to come over here to say it? Oh my God. This is so disturbing to me. Can you use about Russia with some pizza? Oh, sorry. Also, oh my God. Betty Freddie said, you know what? We should try. Do they like Little Caesars? You think they're gonna like Little Caesars? $5 pizza. I'll contribute $5 and nothing more. Oh my God. Yeah. Betty Freddie said, I worked for one of them that had like 9 boys. She was so cute, but she would even drink alcohol to take hot bad cars her own. What? Oh, that's so crazy. Yes, she's had this plan. Absolutely, Mackenzie. Yes, she said Trump and Putin have good relations already, Candace. They leave each other alone. It's not good. They just don't bother each other. Didn't Trump just invite Russia to be on the board of peace with U.S.? I don't know. Did he? I thought it was sanctioned. Aren't they mad about our sanctions? Didn't we sanction it? Here's my thing. You don't have to sit here and put that country above your own. Oh, the buildings are nice here, but boy, it's banging in the U.S. U.S. first now. I thought it was America first. Or she said that as a euphemism as well. Just like Christ is king and she doesn't ever pray to Jesus. Oh, it's the hypocrisy for me. Grim said Candace needs to keep Charlie's name out of her mouth. Yes, this is all of this in the name of Charlie Kirk. She really thinks that Charlie Kirk would be in agreement with her being dictator of the United States. And with somehow us tailoring and modeling our values after Russia. Like we owe them that. We don't owe them anything. They can kick rocks. Yeah, we are a sovereign nation for a reason. And it is what it is. We don't have to, a hostile country that wants our downfall had to join with 4 other countries to try to still be something. Like, think about it. They want us to tailor after them? No, thanks. Now what? They can keep living. We don't owe them that. The hell are we supposed to obey them? No. If we don't let this Heffa be dictator of our country, you think we're going to tailor after actual dictator? No. No, thank you. You don't take care of us or pay our bills or nothing. We're not doing dictatorships. Hostile countries, Russia. No. No, thanks. No. Keep that over there. Well, Candace, why don't you take that to Brazil? Why don't you tell Brazil, y'all should be like Russia? Let's see how that goes. Or North Korea. Oh, that'll be a good one. Candace, why don't you go to North Korea and tell North Korea, you all should be just like Russia. Don't be yourselves. Forget your history. Forget your sovereignty. Forget you being your own nation. Be like Russia. They're better than you all. I dare Candace go over to North Korea and say that. Candace, you're going to go to North Korea and Brazil next and tell them on their soil, in their countries, that Russia is better than them? Because it's funny how she's not saying this about any other country comparison to Russia. She's not saying, well, you know, Russia is better than Brazil and China and South Africa. So much better. Why isn't she saying that? Candace, I dare you say, hey, Brazil, Candace Owens here in Russia to tell you all that Russia is better than you all and you all should be like Russia. Shout out to Brazil, who's far inferior to Russia. I wish, why don't you say that, Candace, and see how that goes? Go ahead. Let Brazil know how much you think about them as a country and how inferior they are to Russia. You gonna say that? Are you gonna send a telegram or a note over to North Korea and say you all should model your values after Russia and be just like them? Or how about China? Candace, you gonna say it about China? Are you gonna tell China they should be like Russia? And that you're gonna go to their country and go on a media press tour and tell China how they should be more like Russia and adopt Russian values and traditions? Candace, is that what you're going to do next? Because why would you try to pull that stunt over here in the United States, but you won't go to China or Brazil or South Africa or North Korea with that bullshit? Why are you trying to pull that on us in the U.S.? Heffa. Mister, did I land it? Did I say the word right? Candace can't say Moscow. She's calling it Moscow. She can't even say Moscow properly. What are we talking? Like, and she wants us to model them. God, no. No, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Candace, until you say any other country should be like Russia, leave us alone. Leave the entirety of the United States of America alone. Leave us alone. You don't have the spine to tell North Korea that, or China that, or Brazil that, or India. You don't have the spine to tell those countries that. Why are you trying to tell us that here in the U.S.? Girl, bye, Felicia. I been said she could just leave our planet and leave us alone. Candace is illiterate. Hey, Jeanette. How you doing, Shan? What's going on? I can't believe this. Nikki for Freedom, how you doing? This is so crazy. Bet money Candace will never, ever, ever tell North Korea, you all should model your traditions and values after Russia and be just like Russia. Or say that about China or Brazil. She will never say that to those countries. Why in the world does she think it's okay to say this to the United States of America? And then get mad when we say, hell no, kick rocks. What the hell? That's how much of a punk she is. She won't say it to these other countries. Why does she feel emboldened to say this to the U.S.? No, we owe them nothing. Goodbye.
So that was filmed by an audience member. Here's what it looked like for Russian civilians watching this.
И в частности, Бог, понимание Бога, семьи, все это нас поддерживает наиболее положительным образом. Мне очень понравилось это путешествие. Честно, очень хочу вернуться к своему подкасту и рассказать об этом американцам.
You can literally see in that video the moderator overjoyed that Candace is willing to share the propaganda, and the audience erupts in applause. And by the way, if you look in that forum, the person that she is sat next to is a woman who facilitated the kidnapping of Ukrainian children. So Candace is talking about the importance of family while sitting next to one of the worst people for families in the world. After her speech, she was bombarded by journalists. Candace began her propaganda tour officially after the forum. She told journalists that she was anti-Ukraine and that the U.S. was too.
A lot of conversation I've been having on my
You don't, hold on. Candace don't speak for the U.S. You're not an ambassador. And if, Candace, you keep playing this role if you want to. Why didn't you register with FARA again? We went over the FARA. We went over that Foreign Registry Act, Foreign Agent Registry Act. We went over that. Candace, why aren't you registered? You sitting here as if you are speaking on behalf of the entirety of the United States of America. You and the devil are both a liar. You don't speak for us. And you can stay your dumb ass over there in Moscow. Bet money she won't say this about another country being like Russia. She didn't say this about Brazil or any country in BRICS aside from Russia. She didn't say this about Brazil, India, China, or South Africa. Funny how that kind of went over her head to say it about these other countries in this coalition with Russia. You think South Africa is trying to model their traditions and values after Russia? No, they're not. Well, this is unbelievable. Candace, why are you trying to speak on behalf of the U.S.? You're not an ambassador for us. Boy, you can't make this up. Y'all, I got to get some comments in before I start rage quitting. Oh, Lord have mercy. Shout out to March On for the $5 super. She looks like a really sore thumb in that red outfit. Candace trying to show them what human blood looks like, I guess. She just not figured out it's got a red hue to it. You know, she's an alien. Underneath all this is a green Martian. Candace, get the hell off our planet. Can't make this up. Thank you so much for the $5 super. She trying to cover up this baby look like. Candace, you look pregnant. Hey, shout out to March On for the $20 super. Hola, senora LL. E Los Luxters. Good to see all of you. Good to see you too, honey. Thank you for the $20 super. And then another $5 super for March On is our live stream champion of the evening. Shout out to you, March On. Talking for president, that makes my ears bleed. Oh, we got a couple photos, y'all. That makes a lot of things bleed for me. We got some photos. I gotta show y'all. Because this is too funny. Candace, we gotta get a brain break. You giving us all a headache. Unbelievable. Let me pull this up. Hold on a second. Candace sit here talking about it. We should model ourselves after the U.S. After Russia and their traditions and values. The hell you say? Child. Hold on. We got a photo. We got a couple photos, y'all. We got to pull it up. We got to get a brain break. Y'all are going to love this one. Okay. And I got the other one. Child. Sometimes you got to get a brain break in. You got to get a brain break in. Candace is a headache. Shout out to you, March On, for that $2 super. I got the photos up, y'all. Hold on. And then another $2 super. She's definitely prigger you. Y'all, shout out to March On for being the live stream champion of the evening. Thank you so much for your support. Candace, we're going to hold on. You can put you to the side for a minute, you dumbass. Oh my God. Y'all ready? Candace, this is the idiot you want to be. You want to get behind for president of the U.S. This damn crackhead Mickey Mouse. You really? No, thanks. We're not in the mood. Candace, we'll just go get a real crackhead. Y'all, shout out to Sifa and Juju and Miss Kogo. Oh, y'all are awesome. Oh, they sent in the best photo. Man, listen. You guys are awesome. Y'all sending these fantastic thumbnails. This is a work of art. This is going to be a thumbnail. I could call so you can kiss my ass. They want this crackhead to be president of the United States. No. No, thank you. That's a no, Candace. No, you dumb alien. Can't make this up. Hold on, we got one more. Y'all, you gonna love this one. Hold on. Candace, this is her idea of a Cold War. This is what Candace knows about the Cold War, and that's it. Is it a war where we out fighting in the snow? Look at George with his boyfriend. This is our definition of the Cold War. She don't know anything else. Y'all, Candace in the Cold War. And you got George over here with his boyfriend, Candace throwing a snowball. Oh, Candace, you're so stupid. Oh, man. Candace, I have you know this right now. If you had to go out and fight in the Cold War, we would leave your ass in Russia for real. We wouldn't even think twice. You're like, bye. We got everybody. We did a head count. Yeah, okay. Candace is missing. We don't care. Bye, Felicia. This is what Candace think the Cold War is. Snowball fight. Candace, are you surprised that snow is frozen in your hand or what? Because she still doesn't know the freezer point of water. Okay. Oh, wow. It's all this water everywhere. It's white soft stuff. It's called snow. Snow, you idiot. Y'all, George had to explain thunder and lightning to her. So, of course, he has a boyfriend. He knows that she's stupid. He knows Candace is an idiot. So I can't. Can you believe, darling? I had to tell Candace what thunder was. Oh, she's so dumb. All right, let's get back to it. Candace, you're an idiot. Oh, Lord have mercy. You leave us no choice. We got to clown you out a little bit. Candace, get the hell out of our country. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let's get back to it. Shout out to Joshua Carr. Oh, mama love you.
Podcast, and Americans are really getting tired of funding, not knowing where money is going, learning that oligarchs are buying yachts. So we think about it at a practical level in terms of our taxes and where our money is going, which is never quite explained. But beyond that, we're trying to focus on a lot of home issues.
Just understand for a second. I just want to make this so simple. This is an American citizen speaking in Russia to Russian media about how she doesn't like a Russian enemy and United States ally. She prefers our enemies to our allies, and she is smiling while doing it, talking about the corruption of our allies while being unwilling to talk about the corruption of one of our top enemies. Candace was asked in her interview with Russia media about people like you and I who are concerned about her trip. She just laughs us off. As always, she chose the blinding narcissism and fake outrage angle.
Reason I think this has been the most triggering trip for the mainstream media. And it has been
Candace, when you do things to trigger, it has less of an effect than you think. We don't want you to come back. We're not triggered by you being there. You said 6 months ago you would rather be Russian. I, for one, am not surprised or shocked. I just don't understand why you want to bring your dumb ass back over here. And then you want to try to force this nonsense down America's throat. We don't owe them anything. But you won't say this to Brazil. or India or China or South Africa or North Korea. You won't tell those countries that they should model after Russia. I want you to say it flat out. I want you to go to North Korea and tell North Korea to their face, all the leaders over there, to their face, you all should be just like Russia. Their country is better than yours. Go to India. You know, that population is something else there. Go to India or Brazil. Go ahead, Candace. We dare you. Go tell the leader over there in China, y'all should be like Russia. This country sucks. Yeah, I wish you would say that to them. I dare you. Get in a video, Candace, and tell China to adopt the values and morals of Russia and be like Russia. I dare you say it. That's how I'm saying. Grow a spine. You're going to sit here and be this stupid and dumb. Yeah, go all the way there. Why are you scared to say this to another country? You think this is just trigger, like you're doing this for views in the U.S. No, go ahead and trigger all of North Korea and China and Brazil. Yeah, go ahead and trigger. Go to Brazil and say that in Brazil, in the country of Brazil, on Brazil's soil. To the Brazilian leader, tell them to go be like Putin and model the values and tradition of Russia. I dare you say that to the president of Brazil. You know, they don't take counter to that BS over there. Carol. Talking about being detained. Now go over there and tell them that, Candace. Go ahead. I want you to test this theory to see how well you think you're triggering people by saying that to those countries. Go ahead. Act like you're speaking on their behalf. I dare you.
And laughable to see the headlines they're coming up with. I mean, I had one person saying that my husband, we were in Italy on a family trip a few weeks ago, and that was another conspiracy, that there was like a Vatican fleeing money. I mean, totally wacky. But they said that my husband met with Alexander Dugin in Italy. I mean, it's totally so far removed from reality. And again, I don't mind it because it only harms them.
Oh, for whatever reason, this just triggers.
Candace, this does not harm us. You know what harms us? You telling them state secrets or what the White House looks like on blueprints. Like that's going to be harmful. Now, I want you to tell Brazil and China and North Korea they should be like Russia and that Russia is better than them and more beautiful than their countries. I want you to say that on a video and live stream it and say it straight to their leaders. Go ahead, girl. Call the leaders out by their name and say, you all should be like Russia and Russia's leader. Be like Putin. Tell that to the Brazilian president. Go ahead. We'll wait.
People. All I did was lie about going on vacation and then go to Russia to speak at our enemies conference and tell them I'd go back to America and spread Russian propaganda. This is so far removed from reality. Why are people so upset about this? And she says, by the way, that it's crazy that George Farmer spoke to Alexander Dugin. That could never happen. That's ridiculous. Just understand, guys, Alexander Dugin is at the conference she spoke at. So is George Farmer. How is that far removed from reality at all? Alexander Dugin probably was the one who sanctioned and created the forum in the first place. I think really overall with this, she has overplayed her hand. I think some of her audience, maybe not a huge part, but I think people who are on the fence are going to see this and be like, what the crap? It's just.
Here's my thing solid. Y'all, we don't need to dislike any of these countries for what? Like I said, Trump invited Russia to our board of peace and China pays for U.S. military defense. U.S. owes China $800 billion. I didn't say to dislike them. We don't have to. First of all, Russia's not an ally of ours either. When a country is hostile towards us, we don't owe them anything. We don't owe them any niceties either. So if you have people in the U.S. that doesn't like Russia, so be it. That's first and foremost. We don't have to like them. But when they desire the destruction of our country, our infrastructure, our security, what makes us sovereign as a nation. They want that to be destroyed. We don't owe them anything. If you have a president, a U.S. president, trying to invite them to something, and let's say they decide, no, we're not going to do it. Did he go to the board of peace? Did he come? Did he show up? It's only so many times that we should be extending that hand either. But we don't owe them that. Even if you're doing it to be diplomatic, only once is enough. Once is enough. Otherwise, we're not going to keep begging them. It's like we're begging them to like us. For what? Why do we have to adopt anything after them? Why do we? Candace is sitting here talking about, I'm going to go back and make videos where we should adopt our, their tradition and culture over here. And, no, why? Why you can't tell them to adopt ours? You want to be dictator. If she was given an opportunity to lead the United States of America, she would do it as a dictator. Not as an actual democratic president. Upholding democracy. I'm not talking about party lines. She would want to be a dictator and get rid of our legislative branch of government. What do you mean? No. It exists separate but co-equal for a reason. Don't add to the corruption of it. But if that has been extended, that olive branch, and they failed to take it, oh well. But don't think you're going to come over here and just force people to adopt to that. We don't owe them that. No. So if people say no thanks, we don't want that bullshit, that's it. It's that simple. That is the power we have in having our own independent thought and mindset. We don't owe them anything. It's that simple. I'd rather not sit here and try to parallel to a country where they have a dictator. Are you kidding me? Like that's no. I'm whatever. Nope. They're not paying our bills over here. Russia don't give us any money like that. Did we not have them sanctioned? Is my question. Chabu. At the end of the day, if he has extended that olive branch, he's done it. We don't have to keep doing it. And we don't have to keep waiting for them to warm up to us. Child, either they are, and they didn't accept our olive branch, then that's it. And we're going to keep living. But to give up our sovereignty to them? No, we're not doing it. Absolutely not. Nope. We're not catering to a dictator. We're not doing it. If she want to sit here and push up Russian values over U.S. values, why is she not telling them, why don't you all try to be more, diplomatic in y'all approach? Why do you all hate the U.S. so much? Why don't she ask them that? She don't have a spine to ask them that stuff or to tell any other country to model after Russia, but we're supposed to model after them. No, not doing that. No, thanks. That has nothing to do with hatred. We are the United States of America, and we owe them nothing. We've been nice. That's it. We sanctioned them. It's that simple. This isn't about hating or disliking. It is what it is. Other countries may not like that. They'll be all right. They'll get over it. But we're not. We should. That's the beauty of not having another country trying to tell us how to operate. For what? We have a constitution. We can start with that. Chabu. And she's trying to speak for everybody over there. Candace is trying to speak for an entire country over there. She does not. We owe them nothing.
So blatant what she's doing. She's become a Russian agent, and she's admitting that she is fully bought into Russia. She did it in Russia. She had to know the camera. Like, she couldn't have thought there were going to be no cameras there, right? She had to know there were going to be cameras. So she's okay with it. She wants people to know. She wants to stare you in the eye and say, I think you're stupid. I think I can get away with all of this. She likes the thrill of it. I think I have an audience base that will eat this up. They talk about how other people are Israel first, but I'm going to be Russia first. And I'm going to see if they even care. Most of them won't, unfortunately. But I do think she overplayed her hand with some. We know what she is now, and I'm sure we'll see episode upon episode coming out about how the U.S. needs to align with Russia, and Tucker Carlson needs to be our next president. Hey, I want to invite you to become a member of the Josh.
No, thanks. They can have Tucker Carlson, too. They want him. Chabu. Y'all, we're going to check out this video on Army. And that's going to be it. Because I really did not plan on
like
that video being that long for us. But, man. Shout out to Joshua Carr. I like that little compilation. It actually put together a few clips that I was tagged on over on X. And I know many of you guys got to work tomorrow like I do. So, yeah, now the candy asses in the chat. Oh, they so mad. Tell your dope cult leader she does not represent and speak for the entirety of the United States. The candy ass bots can kick rocks. We don't care about your temper tantrums over here. Not in the Lady Luck Club. Nope. We don't care. Go read a book. Can't make this up. Red room. Oh, yes, the TED Talk. Oh, Lord have mercy. Is it bad? Have y'all seen that TED Talk she did? Have y'all seen this TED Talk Candace did? Let me show the video. Which one was it? The truth about your activism. It's like 16 minutes long. Candace, if we watch this, I'm going to clown you the entire time. This girl can't even say Moscow. She says Moscow, not Moscow. Ain't she supposed to be over there trying to kiss their ass? Girl, you can't even say Moscow correctly. What are we doing? Oh, she butchered that word. Is it bad? Who's seen this TED Talk thing? I mean, how stupid does Candace go in this? Is it dumb, like full blown 1000 mode level type stupid or what? It's hard to listen to her talk after a while. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I wanted to show this one right quick with chicks on the right. Depending on how much time we have, we'll check it out. Oh, good Lord. All right, let's get to this. Y'all hit the 4 where you can see it here in the chat.
Creepiest of all creeps. That disgusting booger eating slab of a man. I don't even know his real name, but he goes by Project Constitution. He's one of Candace's like best cult members. Just awful person, is going after Erica like crazy, and now has come up with a whole new allegation. It's utterly ridiculous. And he had somebody that I think was, I mean, I don't know that this is true, but he had like a 16-minute plus conversation with a girl named Heidi, who doesn't even sound like a real person. It sounds like he maybe just modified his own voice to make this recording.
Look at AI.
Honestly, it's so freaking fake. But he's using this as a way to say, look at this evidence that Erica Kirk is already dating some Jewish boy.
Oh my God.
It is, you guys, it is the dumbest thing. I'm going to make you read, before we show a little bit of this video, I'm going to make you read the tweet that he put out with the video. Here is Fat Slob Project Constitution. Please read.
God, this is small. Okay. Erica Kirk has a new boyfriend. She was spotted getting handsy with new Jewish boyfriend Blake Wynn, nephew of casino mogul Steve Wynn, at exclusive Beverly Hills Hotel. I have now confirmed through 2 separate sources that Erica Kirk has already moved on, and fast. A trusted eyewitness who knows the Beverly Hills Hotel scene personally saw Erica on Thursday evening, May 14th, at the ultra-exclusive, invite-only Bar 1912, getting very intimate with Blake Wynn. They were hugging, kissing, and the witness says he had his hand on her ass. She goes on to say Erica was...
Who had that? Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Was that the hand on the ass? Oh, where's that photo at? Was it like the hand on the ass what Candace did to that girl when she was pregnant? Hugging up on that lady, had her whole butt in her hand. Candace was pregnant, and this woman was wearing wet clothes at a swimming pool. She didn't even think about that personal space, between her and another woman. She was grabbing on her butt. About a handful. Where did I put that photo? Can someone send me that photo again? You can't make this up. Yeah, keep on Project Constitution. Erica Kirk is going to sue the crap out of you for defamation. Oh, she going to sue you. He's already gotten, did he get a cease and desist? So he just don't know how to stop. Just take his ass to court and sue him. Hit him with a federal lawsuit.
Also heavily intoxicated. This from the same woman who claims to be a devout trad Christian who doesn't drink. This source also had them shopping together earlier that day at Neiman Marcus. Even more damning, a quick search turns up nearly a dozen photos of Erica and Blake together at multiple events over time. They weren't strangers. This looks like a relationship that was already happening. My God.
Piece of shit. This
God, he really is. Erica has a well-documented history of using men as a social ladder. Now, with Charlie's body barely cold, she's allegedly living it up in elite circles with her new beau while pretending to be the grieving widow on TV. The
Project Constitution, you're an idiot. Do you really think that his body is still warm after 8 months? That's a horrible expression. You can't make this stuff up. You think it stays warm? So he has no idea how this goes when it comes to preparing a body for a funeral. This is the same idiot that is getting hit with cease and desist letters because he can't stop lying. So as opposed to him reading a book or being creative and talking about something of a totally different subject, he chooses to also obsess over Erica Kirk. And what is this, stalking? You're following her every move. What video do we have to prove that she was there doing all of that? One of y'all said that they didn't have cameras. They didn't have cameras. Ticket for Freedom said they don't allow camera though. LLC, convenient, right? Also, the bar is and has been closed for renovations. Also, Blake Wynn is soon to be engaged to someone, not Erica. Oh my God. So the Blake Wynn guy is gonna sue him. You can't make this up. What he just got some random person. He's not even creative enough to not be like Candace Owens. So he just got some random person to say, yeah, I saw her here at this bar, blah, blah, blah. Never mind, it's closed or, whatever. And she was doing all of this. No videos, no photos, no surveillance camera footage, no evidence, nothing. Not actual evidence of her being tracked at this location, doing all of these things. No eyewitnesses, just somebody he made up. Kind of like how she just got Mitch Snow to play along with everything that she lied about. She told that man to lie. And then did a fundraiser as if, that would be sufficient to cover the cost. Now he's being sued. He's named as a co-defendant in a federal lawsuit. Because no one cares about how Mitch Snow feels. He shouldn't have lied. He should have told Candace, nah, I'm not going to lie about seeing somebody I didn't see. Because she never asked him, why didn't you on a military base in the United States of America? There are cameras all over that military base, right? But see, this is what happens when you conspire to defame and then you concoct this dumbass story where somehow the idea that being on a U.S. military base with all of those surveillance cameras and you didn't even think to get footage. He did not think to pull out his cell phone and take a photo of Erica Kirk or Brian Harper on this military base, allegedly, because they weren't there. So not one time she asked him, why didn't you take a picture or do a video? Yeah, that wasn't a part of his script because she made this up and he went along with it. And he chose to go along with this. She probably told him, I can get you $250,000 if you go along in this lie with me. but we'll have to do it as a fundraiser. And then what I'll do is I'll lie and say that I'm going to match all the donations dollar for dollar. Candace, did you match his donations yet? He raised $150,000, right? Over there on the Save Go Now. If she matches it dollar for dollar, it'll be double. The target is $250,000. Imagine if he were to meet that target and then she matches it dollar for dollar. That would be $500,000. He could potentially receive for lying like hell and risking being put on a federal lawsuit as a co-defendant. So all of that money be eaten up in attorney's fees and whatever judgment or settlement is issued against him. I love how God operates. Yeah, no. You think you're going to get all this money. I'll just make sure it's taken away from you through this lawsuit. Now imagine Mitch Snow being named in Erica Kirk's lawsuit. Oh, they're going to tear his behind up in that court. Oh, come on, Erica Kirk. Hurry up and sue her, please. Can't make this stuff up. This is what this dumbass Project Constitution has done. He pulled a Mitch Snow. And he forgot Erica Kirk could just sue the crap out of him. He tried to pull a Mitch Snow. And he's so stupid.
Mask isn't just slipping, it's now completely off. Huge thanks to Godfather of Chaos for connecting me with her. Everyone follow him and RT this everywhere. Justice for Charlie. And then
the rest of it is just him begging.
Yeah, I'm under attack, so give me money.
Yeah. So here is the video that he has with the trusted eyewitness. You tell me if you've ever known in your entire life any female who sounds like this.
I'm just an American citizen trying to do the right thing, and I'm literally gobsmacked with the info I got. So I have
gobsmacked. I would be so offended. Oh, I know Erica Kirk has to be looking at this like, is this dumbass for real? Project Constitution, you're so dumb. Retarded. Y'all, he tried to pull a Mitch Snow with an AI robot female. Y'all know this is girlfriend, right? Completely AI. Project Constitution, how dare you? Insult our intelligence with this bullshit. Okay, but oh no. Oh, my stomach hurt. Wait a minute. He thinks that women talk like this. Oh my God. This his imaginary girlfriend is completely AI. He probably had to pay for this session. Oh my God. Y'all, this fat head and get this girl. She would not voluntarily come on his show. You pay me $300 in a minute, not per hour, per minute. Whose photo is he using? This cannot be somebody being catfish. So whoever's photo this is, they should sue his ass. How dare you use my photo next to your face? Oh, look at this unbathed miscreant. Get your ass out of here, Project Constitution. I know damn well. Clearly, this is an AI bot. Oh, you're so pathetic. Oh, he looks like a sad fat head, don't he? He is all of a chicken nugget. He looks like he just deep fried in hot oil.
Had no choice. Literally calling like, if I didn't tell Rob, I felt like I was doing a disservice. Like, because she thinks she can run and hide, and she's not untouchable. I know she perfect. Erica would not think twice that anyone's gonna recognize her in the world of the Beverly Hills Hotel.
What? I mean, you guys, that is so freaking fake.
Real women don't talk like that. Get the hell out of here. This idiot got his AI girlfriend to come in and just typed up these little scripts. Project Constitution, did you ask Candace to send over that little paragraph for her to say? I want to see how much she charged you for this. No way in hell she did this on her own for free. Hell no. No, you're going to have to give me $300 a minute. Oh, okay, I'll do it. Yeah. Project Constitution. Oh, he's such a bum. Y'all, you can tell he looked like the guy that just did nothing but flip burgers and fries. And then he discovered YouTube and X. And that was it. Oh my good God. How often you all think he's reading a book? Project Constitution, can you say A? What's 3 plus 3?
That anyone's gonna recognize her.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Boy, this is unbelievable. I can't believe he pulled this stunt. I gotta hear this again.
If I didn't tell Rob, I felt like I was doing a disservice. Like, because she thinks she can run and hide, and she's not untouchable.
This is
I
crazy.
know she perfect. Erica would not think twice that anyone's gonna recognize her in the world of the Beverly Hills Hotel.
I mean, you guys, that is so freaking fake.
Y'all, remind me of, oh man, it's like listening to one of those 1980 infomercials or something. When it got somebody calling the hotline. Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at the wall, chicken and waffles from Moscow. You can make this Oh man, she sounds like she works for Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, what are your dumb girlfriends on the loose? Just let her go. Yeah, let her go. I forget he's a pimp. Never mind. God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not a real person. Heidi. So you blur her face. You only give a first name. And then it's one of the most common first names on earth. You dumbass. He's such an idiot. He looks like a loser. Nick Fuentes, I think you may have found your next best friend. Another groiper. Can't make this up. Oh my God. Yeah, this is Project Constitution. This is the real person. The one whose thumbnails and posts all look the same. It's got the fire alarms, and then it's like breaking news, as if he's a news reporter or a reporter or someone who reads, because we all know he doesn't. And then all he does is copy and paste whatever Candace says, and that's it. Candace Owens unveils a new AI robot that I pay $300 a minute to say words. You can't make this up. Oh, child. Oh, Jesus Christ. Heidi. You know, being a call girl it's not the only thing you can do. I mean, you can do other things, okay? I want you to have some self-confidence. And please leave Andrew Tate. He's not a good person. Project Constitution is worse. Can't make this up. Oh, oh my God. He does look like a booger eater. Project Constitution, there's no way he leaves his house. Yeah, DoorDash is his best friend. Oh, all right, I'm done. We can't do this. Oh, Lord. So I just wanted to show that part because I just couldn't believe it. I laughed my ass off. It's still funny. Boy, this is something else. Candace. This is a TED Talk. Juju, you better be glad I love you. Let's see what this is about.
So, at risk of sounding like another jaded millennial, oh
my God. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Why do you sound like that, Candace?
Absolutely love social media hashtags. I'm actually very serious. If you guys are not yet in on the trend of hashtags, you have got to get started. Formerly known to us all as the digit symbol thingy, hashtags have become a way to...
The digit symbol thingy? Is that what she just said, Candace? Oh. oh, you're so stupid.
Started. Formerly known to us all as the
digit symbol thingy. This is what she's calling. This is priceless. Oh, God, keep me near the cross. Candace, did you call this the digit symbol thingy? Oh, this is so priceless. Oh, Candace, you precious, precious alien. Oh, you Muppet alien. I can't believe this. She literally said this. I got to snip it. Candace, you can't. Oh, her stupidity knows no boundaries. It knows no boundaries. Is it formerly known as the digit symbol thingy? Those words literally came out of her mouth. Her brain formulated this thought. And she calls this the digit symbol thingy.
The digit symbol thingy. Hashtags have become a way to establish universal trends in terms of what everybody is talking about online.
Oh, God.
There are weekly recurring ones like hashtag TBT, which stands for Throwback Thursday, where users can literally affix any event from their past and reshare it with friends. Like this user who just happens to be throwing it back to last week in Miami when he was at a concert. There are also politically inspired ones, like you all know, such as hashtag Scare Hillary in 4 words, which is amazing.
Candace, that's too damn long. I mean, Lock Her Up was like one of the best ones, I guess. Why is that so long? Is that how you spell Hillary? Candace, is that how you spell Hillary? Digit symbol thingy. Oh, she had just taken some Adderall. Y'all have to excuse her. She was high as hell.
You really can get lost in the comedic abyss that the internet has become over the years. The point, of course, is that once a hashtag is used enough times by enough people, it is described as trending worldwide. And that really is one of the most amazing things about the internet today, that we have this means of communicating with people from all over the world. It's birthed an era of what I like to refer to as digital activism. An example of this occurred on November 13th, 2015, when the city of Paris was struck by a series of horrific terrorist events you will all recall. It was actually due to the speed of the internet and its associative hashtags that we received real-time coverage of those events. And individuals began using that hashtag Pray for Paris to send love and support to all of the victims. And the beauty of something like that is pretty hard to ignore, right? Digital activism as a means to spread love and support throughout the world. It really is amazing that in this day and age,
it's like she's trying to recite lines for a play with Barney the dinosaur. I mean, just, being a real simpleton. Candace, why are you struggling? Even then, girl, yeah, it's the digit symbol thinking.
We need but push a button to demand change. If you think about it, we don't even have to leave our bedrooms to inspire the political climate. But you have to wonder, is that always necessarily a good thing? A colleague of mine presented a very interesting question when she asked me, have you ever noticed how issues seem to sweep through social media like hurricanes and then recede almost as quickly as they came? She was absolutely right, of course. I mean, I couldn't think of a single one of my friends who used that hashtag Pray for Paris beyond the first couple of days before they were on to the next social issue that required their immediate aggressive attention, because we need to know, is Tom Brady guilty of hashtag Deflategate? And I mean, are the hashtag Oscars so white? And for the love of God, people, is Donald Trump a hashtag racist, sexist, victim, hero, the next president of the United States, or Hitler? I don't know. Because it's here today and it'll be
and now she says that she is embarrassed of having to have had supported him. Why? Wow, Candace. Boy, this is something else. You can't make this up. Yeah, you can't make this up. Now she can't stand Donald Trump. Go figure. And is over there in Russia saying how we should all be like them because reasons. And when we don't owe them anything. Oh my God.
Gone tomorrow. Welcome to this generation of activism. I'm an eternal optimist, though, and so I'd like to think that even if the conversation does seem to die down pretty quickly, we're at least being inspired by the conversation and the dialogue that we're having with individuals that we would not have had access to otherwise. We're thereby widening our own range of perception and ideals, I'd like to think. Except I personally know that there's an element of this digital activism that we don't often consider, because although so many of us are willing to spread and share our opinions and ideas rapidly, how many of us have ever been on the receiving end of those views being rapidly expressed? It always tends.
Yeah, like hashtag Candace is a dumbass. Hashtag Candace is a cult leader. Hashtag Candace wants to be dictator of the U.S. No. Hashtag bye Felicia. Hashtag you dumb Heffa.
To be a little bit more of an exclusive club. But yes, in February of 2007, when I was a senior in high school, I became a social issue while I was sitting on my couch watching a Will Ferrell movie. My phone began ringing.
King Megas. It's Luck. Why are you misspelling my name? You're going to sit here and try to crack jokes. You better spell my name correctly first and foremost. Otherwise, the jokes just don't land. You understand? You can't misspell luck and think that I'm supposed to laugh at you trying to clown me. Can you spell my name right? I'm going to give you another chance to send this joke over again. It's Luck. And why would you put two I's? Amigas is keep saying that I'm on crack and high. No, your cult leader is just stupid. Try again, Migas. Try again. Bless your heart.
Ringing that night, and when I saw that the phone calls were private, I sent it to voicemail. At the conclusion of the movie, I noticed that I had 4 missed voicemails, and when I went to listen to them, I was horrified by what I would discover. I heard 4 male voices, and they were alternating. They were sometimes screaming. They were sometimes laughing. They were even at certain points singing. And here are a few excerpts of some of the things that were being said to me. If there's a way to summarize it, in short, they told me that they were going to kill me. They told me things like they were going to tar and feather my family, that they were going to put.
Candace, we barely know who your relatives are. Well, I'm just not inclined to believe that these messages went to you. I'm not. You would have to prove it. Like, this is crazy. And Candace, when you act like a dumbass version of Big Bird, I mean, what do you want us to do? We don't even want you to come back to the U.S. And Megas is trying to get your attention in the chat. They're your biggest fan. They want us to know that. We don't care.
The bullet in the back of my head, as they had done to Martin Luther King. They told me in so many words that
I know damn well you're not trying to compare yourself to Martin Luther King. The devil is a liar. And Mika still can't spell my name correctly. The audacity. What an insult. How dare you? It's Luck. Unbelievable. Is she comparing herself to Martin Luther King? Candace, we have no proof that these messages were actually sent to you. You have the propensity to make up text messages and emails, forge them where they're not real. And then she compares herself to Martin Luther King.
And feather my family, that they were going to put a bullet in the back of my head, as they had done to Martin Luther King.
Oh, girl.
They told me in so many words that I better not be home. I was absolutely traumatized, and in terms of action, I didn't really do much. I'm going to assume that because we're all human beings, all of you are feeling a certain emotion as you're reading through these messages, but I'm going to ask you.
Candace is not a human. She's an alien. She just has a bunch of dumbass bots that can't spell, worshiping the ground she walks on. That doesn't make you human. That makes you a cult leader. Candace, you want to say again that digit thingy, symbol thingy? You want to say it again?
To hold on to your hashtags as we get through the story. So that night, I simply cried, and I remember feeling incredibly confused because I couldn't think of 4 individuals, not even one individual, that wanted to see me dead.
She still walks around here thinking that people just want to see her dead. Look, Candace, why would you even keep saying this over and over and over again? Like, seriously, why are you speaking that over your life? You literally lied about the French president taking a hit out on you. No, they just want your dumb ass to go to court. Go to court, Candace. For some reason, you want to go to court and get sympathy by being pregnant. But yet and still, you want to falsely accuse an entirely different president of a different country of trying to assassinate you? No, they just want to sue you and take you to court. That's all. They want you to show up for court and stop stalling on this lawsuit. You claim you have evidence, go to court.
The next day at school, I confided what had happened to me to my philosophy teacher, and he was adamant. He was like, you do not let this thing go. And he marched me into the principal's office. And when she heard the voicemail.
Yeah, you typically take philosophy as a college course. Did you actually have a teacher teaching you philosophy in high school, Candace? What was the name of that teacher? Because, we're not at a point where we want to believe or trust that you received education, let alone 2 degrees. Because Megan, she lied about having 2 degrees. You want to tell your cult leader to produce those degrees that she claimed that she obtained in 1 year? Because she said she obtained 2 degrees in 2 different videos, trying to size up on Piers Morgan, because he told her she was not an investigative journalist, and she's not. Impersonating an investigator is a crime. That's a felony. But she's not an investigative journalist. And you would think this narcissist would post up a degree if she actually earned a degree in journalism. Wouldn't that give her more credibility? Wouldn't she want to flaunt that? Yeah, I make this point every single time I bring this up, because that is the one lie she has told at least twice that we got in a video. Both clips where she still refuses to produce evidence of these 2 degrees. Why? Why not be proud of that? What's the name of your philosophy teacher, Candace?
She had an equally strong reaction, and she made the quick decision to phone the police. And that was the beginning of what would become a very dark period of my life. Because I was absolutely correct in my assessment that there were not 4 individuals that I knew that wanted to see me dead. In fact, it would turn out that 3 of those individuals were complete strangers to me. And by some random stroke of my own misfortune, one of those strangers happened to be the current governor of Connecticut's son. And so the issue very quickly became #politics. And we all know that the figurative hurricane swept right on in. My face was splattered across the front page of every newspaper throughout the state of Connecticut. The FBI was called in due to its unusual strand of high profile to analyze the voice messages and the voices on them.
The FBI was called in and the NAACP, Candace. Did y'all know this? I didn't know the FBI was called in. I know the NAACP was because she's got a relative that was a member of the NAACP for over 20 years. Candace. Was the FBI there? So you're turning this event that we still have not seen all the evidence for at all into a trending social hashtag. But yet and still, you can't produce either degree you claim you earned in college. We haven't seen all the evidence of this. Have y'all ever heard the voicemail recordings for this? This is unbelievable.
News stations would replay them over and over again because they wanted to make sure everyone was made privy to what a politician's son was involved in.
Hey, JP, how you doing?
I also had NAACP members who I had never spoken to prior waiting on the front steps of my high school
yeah, exactly.
with cameras in tow to speak out on the horrors of what a Black girl was going through.
Oh my God, Candace.
My parents fought at home. My sisters got into physical altercations at school, defending me against all of the chatter that was.
How did they? Because your cousin said that you lied about your mother kicking you out of the house at 14 years old. Candace, you can't even be honest about your own background and upbringing. Did your sisters get into fights? Because we didn't hear about that at all. Y'all ever heard that? This is new to me. It's so funny. Every time she talks about her past, it seems like a lot of things seem to change. It's never consistent at all. Where are these 2 sisters at? Boy, they need to come out and do a video. I don't believe, Candace, you lie so bad. We can't believe anything you say right now. I've never heard the recordings on this call you're talking about. And here she plays the race card, but yet anyone else does it. Oh no, yeah, how dare you?
Horrors of what a Black girl was going through.
Yeah, because Black.
My parents fought at home. My sisters got into physical altercations at school, defending me against all of the chatter that was drummed up by students and teachers alike. Because as we all know, in any of these types of situations, everyone feels a need to take a side. And maybe Candace made up the voice messages. Maybe she called herself.
Yeah, because Candace, oh, I'm so glad you said that. Because that's what we believe right now. You haven't provided evidence on simple education. We have never heard these voice messages. And for her to even say that, maybe she made it up. I'm sorry. If this was a serious situation where the NAACP came in and helped you get a settlement because you had a relative that was a member of the NAACP for over 2 decades, perhaps, just perhaps, you could have made something up. I didn't know that the FBI came into this. Did y'all know that? The FBI. And she always wants to play the victim. Someone's always out to unalive her. My goodness gracious. Candace, are you going to show proof of those transactions from Club Doxx? You said the French president was paying $1.5 million to have you assassinated. Are you going to show that proof ever? Because see, when you lie that bad about someone trying to unalive you, or about simple things like an education, why in the hell should anyone believe you on anything in between that? And you lie about your past so bad to the point where you say your parents kicked you out the house at 14 years old and you had to live with a boyfriend for 6 months. Now, all of a sudden, your sisters are somehow fighting, getting in physical altercations over you, over something that was said in voicemails that you're now throwing out theories that could have been made up. Because maybe they were. Maybe you made all this up. Boy, can y'all imagine her turning out to be like one of these weird ass women we see in these high thriller movies where they sit here and they go out their way to fake their life? I mean, think of the craziest movie you've seen that was like a thriller movie where the female is just completely crazy and deranged. And then imagine Candace being that real life version of that. And has been that for years. Candace, you're not getting anything past me here. Not in the Lady Luck Club. First of all, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to believe anything you say. But you lie like hell. I'm not prone to believe half of this. The FBI came in, Candace. You gonna show us that FBI report? They would have to do a report. If they're gonna sit down and analyze voicemail messages, there would be evidence that they came in and even did that they had some involvement in this. There's no reply here. No reply. You see anything about the FBI being involved? This is crazy. Well, I meant this is a first for me. The FBI Candace. Oh my God.
And maybe Candace made up the voice messages. Maybe she called herself. No one had been arrested yet. It was just an investigation.
What?
I made the decision then to start homeschooling while the investigation continued, and it concluded nearly 2 months later.
Pause. She said she was homeschooled for 6 months, not 2. She said she decided to stay home from school for 6 months. Now it's 2 months, Candace. Do y'all see how, man, this is so ridiculous. Candace, now I just want to interview those kids you blaming and accusing of sending these so-called voice messages. I want to interview them. Anybody know who they are? Because I'm not inclined to believe any of this bullshit. I think, Candace, I think you swindled that school board out of that $30,000 settlement. How much did you pay the NAACP to help you with that? You said the FBI analyzed the messages. Where is that FBI report? Where are those documents? Boy, this is something else. First, she said she was homeschooled for 6 months in the Russell Brand interview. Now it's 2 months. You kidding me?
It took 2 months before all of the boys involved were arrested and before I was able to return back to school. And my
Were they arrested? Candace, were they arrested? Candace, I'm under the belief that you set these boys up. You set these kids up because you didn't. One of them you liked and they probably want to stun your ass. Yeah, this had to be what Charlie Kirk found out about her. She lies like hell. Oh my God. Oh, this is something else. Exactly. She was arrested for harassment. Those boys were arrested. No reply said in that video. Candace claims she has a brother and sister. Has brothers and sisters. Boy, this is something else. She said these boys got arrested. She just said that. These boys got arrested for these voicemails. She made the decision to start homeschooling. Candace, you were a minor. Your parents would have to make that decision. What are you talking about? You can't withdraw yourself out of school and homeschool yourself. Your parents would have to do that. You didn't make a decision? God, yeah, this is ridiculous.
While the investigation continued, and it concluded nearly 2 months later. It took 2 months before all of the boys involved were arrested and before I was able to return back to school.
So you pulled yourself out of school as a minor child for 2 months. And then when they were somehow arrested, and we didn't know that at all, because we didn't know that. Crush. I know, right? Oh my God. Candace. And then you went back to school after deciding that you were just going to pull yourself out of school, homeschool yourself, and then go back to school when they got arrested. An arrest to which we all did not know existed or happened. Like the FBI coming in and doing analysis on these voicemail messages. But then you stand there and talk about maybe they were made up. The FBI report would validate them. Now I want to hear the voicemail messages, period. I want to hear the voicemail messages, and I would love to interview these so-called high school kids. I would love to interview them. Because this makes no sense. Candace, you have lied so much about this. It's ridiculous.
Hashtag was allowed to shift into the societal subconscious. And then, of course, everyone forgot about my story. Everyone except for me, because a few months later, I started college and I couldn't rid my brain of all of those articles that I had read online about me and all the things that I had read in the comment sections about myself. I was naturally terrified that incoming freshman students that could potentially be my friend would discover these articles and form presumptive hashtags about my character. And I certainly didn't want them to think that I was a hashtag race baiter or that I was hashtag trouble or hashtag anything else. But I couldn't control the internet.
What?
What I did, however, discover was that I could control my body. And I began manifesting that experience through severe anorexia, a disease that would stick with me for the next 5 years. This is a photo that was taken of me.
Oh my God. Candace. Have y'all ever heard? Why am I just not hearing about her anorexia? I've heard about the Adderall thing. You can't make this up. Candace, you still walk around like you anorexic. You've been pregnant this whole time? Seriously? Well, she looked pregnant. Candace looks pregnant. Like she, like 6-7 months along type pregnant. And, because she sits down every pre-recorded, pre-scripted video, we don't see her belly like that. What did she look like when she went to Italy?
3 years later in 2010, and I went on to lose about 10 pounds after it was taken. And if I am being completely honest on this stage right now, I remember my anorexia very dearly. I had an affectionate relationship with it. It was very hard for me to let it go because it was my best friend for 5 years. It gave me control of my life back. I felt somehow that with every calorie that I avoided, I was also avoiding the problems from my past. And those problems retrospectively could have been solved if somebody had just said sorry and taken responsibility for what happened, which never happened. It's an incredibly interesting afterthought to have that our digital activism over these perceived acts of inhumanity can itself become the act of inhumanity.
Can y'all hear me? What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Hit the 4 if y'all can see and hear me. What's going on? Is my stream down? Wow, my stream's down? You can't make this up. What's going on with the stream? Y'all, what did y'all hear and miss? Is this thing copyrighted or something? Why did they block it? Is this copyrighted? This is weird. Y'all don't see anything? What? So y'all can hear me. It says policy violation. You can't make this up. How? This whole video is up on TED Talks. Oh my God. But this is nuts. Y'all can see the screen. What? How do you report something like this? This whole video is up on a different channel. This is unbelievable. This has been up since 2016. It's 2026. It's been 10 years. Okay. Candace, just because you lying like hell, your dumbass cult members want to report my lie. How is this a policy violation? This is absolutely insane. I'm trying to see if there is a message or anything. I haven't gotten anything on this. I don't see anything about this live stream being a policy violation, none of that. And what's so crazy is this whole video has been up for 10 years. Ugh. Someone did a report. Oh my God. That's why I was like, tech toss is fair use. So what are they reporting? They're reporting a 10-year-old video that we're watching. But it's got to be the craziest thing ever. That's all right. We'll just go on to the next one. Y'all make sure y'all check this out if y'all want to finish it up. Candace, you lying like hell in this video. You lying like hell in this video. Maybe it's the anorexic thing. If a candy ass reporting this, that's stupid. 10 years this video has been up and now they want to report it. How is this a policy violation? Y'all poop man ahead of me. Candace, you got this video up. Like, we're reporting this stuff because it's a 10-year-old video. You can't make this up. Did it? Ugh. And she's talking about the Vietnam War and oh God. Yeah, okay, we done. That's it. That's it. We tried, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta watch some Army. We want to end on some Army and call it a night. It's crazy. Oh, the candy asses are mad as hell. Child, look. This is nuts. This 10-year-old video been sitting up and they want me back. Then she talking about the Vietnam War in it. Yeah, I put up the caption on it and scrolled it a little forward. It was something about Vietnam War. I was like, oh, hell no. Candace, Vietnam War has nothing to do with an orange. She probably thinks, is this like orange chicken or something? Like, that's how stupid Candace is. The Cold War is a snowball fight where she's still trying to figure out the freezing point of water. Vietnam War is probably about an orange tree in her mind, and that's it. It's how do you talk? You don't understand history, and you want to talk about wars to compare something to a war. Like, girl, if you don't go kick rocks. Man, this is that's some crazy stuff. I can't believe that. So y'all can see me. Well, my camera should be off, but whatever. Y'all can see the screen. Can y'all see Ami? we're gonna end on Ami. Oh, Ami, mama love you. I'm gonna respond back to your email too. He sent me an email. He had a great time here. I had a great time. We all enjoyed him here. in the LLC. Probably, one of the most fun live streams I've had in a minute with a co-host, as far as just pure comedy, his impressions and all of that. Pure laughter from start to finish. And it was a ton of fun. It was a blast. So he did a new video on Joe Biden recording the audiobook for Jill Biden's new memoir. I don't think I've heard his impression on Joe Biden. Can y'all see? What? Oh no. Your stream got suspended and my cat bit my big toe at the same time. Oh, Marchon, I'm sorry. Oh God. Is it still down? Marchon, it's too funny. Oh, y'all can see. Okay, cool. You can make this out. Shout out to Marchon. Oh man. Oh, the cat. Oh, the cat going crazy. Tell the cat I'm sorry. Shout out to Juju for gifting 1 LLC membership. You got an LLC membership. Make sure you give a shout out to Juju. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. And shout out to the mods, you all. And let's see here. I'm just getting in the last of the supers here. Marchon said a $2 super. We can hear you. Someone did a report. Thank you for that. And then the $5 super. Your stream got suspended and my cat bit my big toe at the same time. Is the stream still up? You can make this up. The cat got mad too. It was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, Marchon. Tell the cat it's okay. And somebody out here acting dumb. Obviously, they're trying to get my attention. I'm not studying it. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. All right, it was an alien. Candace, you can still kiss my ass. Oh, my God. We love you, Marchon. Please make sure you get an alien suspended the live stream. Make sure you get your injury treated. The cat got a little worried. Y'all, when the cat cares more than the aliens out here. The candy asses are bigly mad. They bigly mad. They bigly mad. Let them be. What it is. Y'all ready? Hit the 4 where you can see it here. Shout out to Ami. Mama love you. Let's go.
Okay. Well, folks, this is viewing the East Wing. That's what he done. It's the West Wing. It's a show. Martin Sheen. It's a good show. Chapter 1. It's the first time. It's the first time he's done that. Do that there. That's what he do. It was early summer 2025. It was just me in a place I love best in a beach in Delaware. It's in Delaware. He's taking a train down. There's the Delaware River. It's rafting, whitewater rafting. There's one going to go for a swim there. It's $500 million in fentanyl. That's my granddad take me down the porch and it's just dripping down my legs, same as white kids. There's hairy legs. It's hairy legs. So we're trying to know it's 50 years and since I look at Joe. And there's Joe. Hey, there's the guy there. That's what he does. There's the guy. Hey, folks. I guess suddenly a handsome and slight mischievous man who had gone down a blonde day in 1975. That's what he did. And by the time he had begun to distance his first lady approach in her own way, that's when I do my best and goes, and I'm looking at the East Wing. I'm like, hey, Joe, hey, that's what he done there. So that's was Hunter. Where's the laptop? Where's the laptop? He forgot it. Oh, boy, gee, God. By God, that's going to be bad. So then that's just what he does. We're supposed to take long, a half hour. And we came down for this, and there's the president, and left the vice presidency in 2000 Barack. That's what I said to Barack and Michelle's Big Mike. That's what I said to Barack and Big Mike. She's saying that. They said she's a man. Born in Kenya. This born in Kenya is what he did. Went down to Kenya to find his, and Trump wanted to find his father. This is my father, my dad. He'd take me down to go fishing. March with black kids, same as white kids. We finally beat Medicare. Who's Joe?
Who's Jill?
Oh,
We got doing this for Jill.
beat Medicare. Who's Jill?
Oh my God, y'all. All right, that's all we got for the evening. Oh, you got the candy asses out here bigly mad. They can kiss my ass too. Candace, you lie like hell all over the place. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Ami is still awesome. Oh man, I hope y'all enjoyed that for what you can see and hear. Obviously, oh y'all, when God starts to bless, then that's when the devil stirs up mess. And the devil is still a liar. All right. So if I get hit with something, I'll just have to email and fight it with YouTube. Because it's so stupid. I appreciate you all so much. Thank y'all for the support. I am going to catch up on my emails tomorrow. You all is late. I gotta get to work in the morning. I am gonna email Ami back because I look forward to working with him a lot more in the future. That will be absolutely amazing. He is funny as hell and just very laid back. We had a great time. If you guys have not seen the collab that Ami and I did on Tuesday, please make sure you check that out in the Candy Asses playlist. Candy Asses should feel special up in here. They got a whole playlist. We'll just let them be bigly mad. They can kick bigly rocks. I appreciate you all. Y'all be good. Hit the like button and hype this video up when it is done. Please don't forget to hype the videos from this week. The live stream with Ami. Hype that video up. Hype it up. Hype it up. I want him to put it on his channel as well. So make sure you hype it up and it grabs everybody's attention so people can check out that great dialogue and check out his tours he's doing, his great stand-up, his great content he does as well as more content here in the LLC, because we do talk about more than Candace, but I am keeping my foot on her neck. And Candace, no reply sent me a video. Yeah, we're gonna start comparing a whole lot more of what you're talking about and fact checking you. I'm excited. Y'all ready? Tomorrow we'll be back at it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one. And until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.